This Memorial Day, while you're barbecuing, while you're enjoying your feast on stolen land, remember to thank a Native American. Because a lot of people like to forget, Native Americans have been fighting in America's wars since the early 1700s, since the Revolutionary War, Civil War, World War I, World War II, to all the way to the Navajo Gold Talkers, even into Vietnam, even to the modern age. But the sad thing about that is Native Americans weren't even viewed as human beings or actual citizens until the early 1900s. This Memorial Day, don't forget the Native American lives that were put down for America. This Memorial Day, while you're barbecuing, while you're enjoying your feast on stolen land, remember to thank a Native American. Because a lot of people like to forget, Native Americans have been fighting in America's wars since the early 1700s, since the Revolutionary War, Civil War, World War I, World War II, to all the way to the Navajo Gold Talkers, even into Vietnam, even to the modern age. But the sad thing about that is Native Americans weren't even viewed as human beings or actual citizens until the early 1900s. This Memorial Day, don't forget the Native American lives that were put down for America. This Memorial Day, while you're barbecuing in America's white people in 1776 in their own Declaration of Independence called Native Americans merciless Indian savages. I don't know how they could call us savages when they ate people. I don't know how they can call us savages when they stole an entire continent. I just don't understand how we're savages. If you take a look at history, they'll tell you who the real savage is. White people in 1776 in their own Declaration of Independence called Native Americans merciless Indian savages. I don't know how they could call us savages when they ate people. I don't know how they can call us savages when they stole an entire continent. I just don't understand how we're savages. If you take a look at history, they'll tell you who the real savage is. White people in 1776 in their own Declaration of Independence called Native Americans merciless Indian savages. I don't know how they could call us savages when they ate people. I don't know how they can call us savages when they stole an entire continent. I just don't understand how we're savages. If you take a look at history, they'll tell you who the real savage is. White people in 1776 in their own Declaration of Independence called Native American. Did you know there was an ancient Native American dance that was practiced that scared Europeans so much that they banned this dance ever being performed? Of course, I'm talking about the ghost dance that started in the late 1800s when Native Americans started being pushed onto reservations. The ghost dance entailed that Jesus Christ was real, and not only was he real, he was coming to save the Native Americans and restore their way of life and do away with those oppressing them. Not only would he do that, but he would resurrect the dead and those that were lost from the ways of colonization. Hence where you get the term ghost dance came from. In practicing this dance, Native Americans, the Lakota tribe specifically, remembered those that were lost due to colonization, due to the battles that led them onto the reservation, but also a promise kept that Christ may return and may bring them freedom, liberation. The real question is, how can any European or any colonizer, any Caucasian, whatever you want to call them, how can they be offended by this information when the book they claim to believe in backs up this claim that one day the oppressed people that are on this land will one day be relieved and freed by the man they know as Jesus Christ? Did you know there was an ancient Native American dance that was practiced that scared Europeans so much that they banned this dance ever being performed? Of course, I'm talking about the ghost dance that started in the late 1800s when Native Americans started being pushed onto reservations. The ghost dance entailed that Jesus Christ was real, and not only was he real, he was coming to save the Native Americans and restore their way of life and do away with those oppressing them. Not only would he do that, He would resurrect the dead and those that were lost from the ways of colonization. Hence where you get the term ghost dance came from. In practicing this dance, Native Americans, the Lakota tribe specifically, remembered those that were lost due to colonization and due to the battles that led them onto the reservation. No, there was an ISK Reservations here. We're at the Mental Illness Awareness Powwow. I'm here with, introduce yourself, sir.
Hello everyone, my name is Brian Bowman. My tribe is Stockbridge Muncie, Band of Mohicans. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm 19.
Right. Now I want to ask you, Brian, since we're here at the Mental Illness Awareness Powwow, how do you think mental illness has affected? Why do you think it's such a big issue amongst the Native community? Why do you think we need to bring awareness to it?
I just feel like you're surrounded by, especially being in the city, you're surrounded by a lot of bad stuff like drugs, alcohol, whatever,
Right.
And it's so easy to access. So
right.
It puts that fog in your brain where, you can't do anything productive and, puts a halt on your life. And stuff like these powwows and chances we get to come together, it's just another opportunity to heal. So maybe see your family or travel and come see you. And dance in that circle and hear the drum and hear the music, see the beautiful artwork, beadwork. When you get around that, you feel good, and it just promotes a healthy and positive vibe.
Absolutely. Do you want to share any story about how mental illness, amongst you or any of your people?
I mean, I feel like everyone, especially nowadays, has their own struggles when it comes to mental health. And I was fortunate enough to grow up around my culture, and I don't want to say it was taken away from me, but I graduated from my middle school, and I had to go to a Catholic high school.
Oh, really? Wow.
I wasn't surrounded by my culture as much anymore, and that caused me to, kind of get down in the dumps and push me towards more negative stuff and bad stuff going on.
Really?
And I'm 19 now, but fortunately I got the chance to come back and sing and dance again, and it feels good, and it made me stay away from that stuff just because it doesn't feed my spirit. It doesn't feed my spirit or my mind, being around the negative stuff like that, but being around the drum and dancing and singing, it feeds my spirit, and that's important.
Absolutely amazing. Well, thank you guys for ISK Reservations. Thank you, Brian, again. You want to shout out anyone before we wrap it up?
Shout out Red Nation boys.
ISK Reservations here. We're at the Mental Illness Awareness Powwow. I'm here with, introduce yourself, sir.
Hello everyone, my name is Brian Bowman. My tribe is Stockbridge Muncie, Band of Mohicans. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm 19.
Right. Now I want to ask you, Brian, since we're here at the Mental Illness Awareness Powwow, how do you think mental illness has affected? Why do you think it's such a big issue amongst the Native community? Why do you think we need to bring awareness to it?
I just feel like you're surrounded by, especially being in the city, you're surrounded by a lot of bad stuff like drugs, alcohol, whatever,
Right.
And it's so easy to access. So
right.
It puts that fog in your brain where, you can't do anything productive and, puts a halt on your life. And stuff like these powwows and chances we get to come together, it's just another opportunity to heal. So maybe see your family or travel and come see you. And dance in that circle and hear the drum and hear the music, see the beautiful artwork, beadwork. When you get around that, you feel good, and it just promotes a healthy and positive vibe.
Absolutely. Do you want to share any story about how mental illness, amongst you or any of your people?
I mean, I feel like everyone, especially nowadays, has their own struggles when it comes to mental health. And I was fortunate enough to grow up around my culture, and I don't want to say it was taken away from me, but I graduated from my middle school, and I had to go to a Catholic high school.
Oh, really? Wow.
I wasn't surrounded by my culture as much anymore, and that caused me to, kind of get down in the dumps and push me towards more negative stuff and bad stuff going on.
Really?
And I'm 19 now, but fortunately I got the chance to come back and sing and dance again, and it feels good, and it made me stay away from that stuff just because it doesn't feed my spirit. It doesn't feed my spirit or my mind, being around the negative stuff like that, but being around the drum and dancing and singing, it feeds my spirit, and that's important.
Absolutely amazing. Well, thank you guys for ISK Reservations. Thank you, Brian, again. You want to shout out anyone before we wrap it up?
Shout out Red Nation boys.
ISK Reservations here. We're at the Mental Illness Awareness Powwow.
Got one with this one, Melody.
Come out the system, come out the lights. Babylon falling before our eyes. Truth in the word, fire in the sound. Yahuwah lifting his people up now.
They steal all of the goddamn money and keep on it. The pastor sleeping with your wife, and you say, "Oh, what? I mean, what else do it take us to see the crimes committed? Not only against so-called blacks, but against Hispanics. You can do changing their name and changing their culture. It's not Hispanic man, woman, and child. We've been sleeping. And what do I mean by that? As we literally been our eyes closed and we see everything going on. But what I mean by that, you've been following your oppressors. That's what you sleep. It's caused you to be like you sleep. You can't hear, you can't see, you can't understand anything. It's time for us to come out of that slumber and start to understand what's around you. And start to understand what's going on in the lives of your people. Not just your life. I understand you got your life to live. Understand this. Those people have a nation to provide for. Just like the white man, he takes care of America. The Proud Boys, they ran in the Capitol because they want to take care of America. They want to make sure that the church is in America.
All right here, you got your water, you got your church. I think it's the
That's time for you to make sure black men
right now.
Because, of course, you know what I'm saying, when you cry, you know what I'm saying, after your death, when your soul cries out, the Lord brings you back into the earth, you understand, to cry out on the earth as well. You get my point? This is the reason why you so, brothers, speak so vehemently, you know what I'm saying, about, you know what I'm saying, the things that didn't happen. Now, you speaking about things, brother, that didn't happen years ago, as though you were there, right, or if it happened to you. Right. And the thing of it is, it did happen to you. Yeah, right. That's why you get up there, you know what I'm saying, on the podium and speak with so much passion. These cats looking like, man, you wasn't even around it. You get my point? These are people that don't have any understanding about reincarnation. Right.
Thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy hidden one. They have said, come, and let us cut them off, being a nation, in the name of Yahshua. You no more remember. They have consulted together. One consent. They are confederate against thee.
Everybody is going to evil. Our nation comes together and sacrifices the best, our best lambs, our best goats, You know what I'm saying? Our best cows, our best calves, our best turtle doves, our best chickens, our best turkeys, our best lawful food, we come together and give the first of it to the Lord.
As unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, as the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor, and became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zael, yea, all their princes at Zabah, and at Zamuna, who say, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power, 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 oh my power. Make them like a wind, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flames set the mountains on fire. Persecute them, persecute them, persecute them with thy temper, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and buried, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, of the Most High, for all the earth.
Hey, Shalom, what's good? Y'all know how I do it. Getting this walk on every day, non-stop. That being said, black and brown people, man, wake up. Understand what serious times we in. The Lord is bringing a closure to our oppressor's kingdom, which they're doing that. Excuse me. In doing that, the Lord is bringing all nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Thus saith the Lord in the Bible. That being said, black man, you get focused. Understand that it's not your war. Your war is right here at home, or wherever your people at, fixing us. And you damn sure can't fix us when you involved in another man's religion. You in Islam, you involved in the Arabs' religion. The Arabs' cause become your cause. You in Christianity, you in the white man's religion. The white man's plight and cause become yours. So you got to join and get into who you are. If you are part of them 12 tribes, if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, take it how you gonna take it. And with that being said, when your cause become your cause, then you can fix this situation. Our head is in the wrong place. We worried about making hoops, scoring touchdowns. Not that nothing's wrong with it, but sports cannot be your form of warfare where your mind is concerned. You got to stand up and fix your people, man. A lot of people want to get a degree, get a good job, and focus on themselves and their families. But unfortunately, the Most High don't work that way. So with that being said, I'm out. Shalom. Lord be with you.
Get out of here. They're not winning the chip. They're down in the series.
What does Black history mean to me in the Bible? Well, first of all, when I learned that Christ was Black, you know what I'm saying, and he was in the Bible, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, coming up, I was a Christian, so I believed that Christ was white, you know what I'm saying? So what Black history to me in the Bible is, it's my culture, you know what I'm saying? And when you read the Bible and see that the Lord chose you, you know, us, Black and brown people to be his people, it makes you look at life different, you know what I'm saying? It makes you look at what and who you are and what you was put on earth to do. That's the whole reason I'm in the ISUPK right now. You know what I'm saying? Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah. And of course, and if Christ chose me to be his chosen people, then I gotta ask myself a question. Why am I in the world hating my brother? You know what I'm saying? When the scriptures say Zephaniah 2:1 say gather yourselves together. And another thing is, why was I, if you know me and know my personal walk in the world, then I live a whole totally different life than what I'm doing now. So Black history to me is everything. I'm doing what I'm doing now just to show the Lord that, look, I'm sorry for what I did in the past. You know what I'm saying? I repent from that and I don't do that no more. And now I'm just hoping that he look at me in my life and choose to overlook what I've done in the past and say, okay, this brother putting in work and helping to raise up schools and raise up his people. You know what I'm saying? You read the book of the Maccabees brothers, and these brothers refused to sin. They refused to eat that pork. You know what I'm saying? That give you a spirit of warriorship. You know what I'm saying? I always had that spirit, but I was using it towards something else. You know what I'm saying? I was using it against my brothers and my sisters. You know what I'm saying? And you read certain things in the Bible, like when Eleazar he ran towards an elephant and killed the elephant, but had the Persians that was up on top. You know what I'm saying? And he killed himself. You looking like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like the spirits that the Most High put on us. I could understand how now that when you look at Black and brown people in the world, how they are the way they are, is because they got that spirit of warfare, but they don't have the knowledge of the Lord. So when you take the knowledge of the Lord with that spirit of warfare and you use it towards what you want, towards what the Most High asked you to use it for, then man, we can be unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? You can see the ISUPK, we growing and growing every day. You know what I'm saying? You see brothers getting raised up to troopers and officers every day. You know, that means the Lord really with this place. You know what I'm saying? Satan tried to destroy this place a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Since 1969, the ISUPK been here, been standing strong under command of General Yohana. And so I'm just happy to be a soldier in the Lord's army. You know what I'm saying? Black history in the Bible is, you know what I'm saying, everything to me, because the Most High could have done away with us and chose not, you know what I'm saying, not to be with us for us sinning. And now that I got a chance to help build the Lord's army and become something and someone and show my kids, you know what I'm saying, teach them something different, man, I can't, you know what I'm saying, I can't ask for nothing more than that. You know, I'd be ungrateful to ask to be something, you know what I'm saying? So I know I ain't got the most money. I ain't in the best position in life right now here in America. But like the scriptures say, even though you are poor, you are rich because of who you are, because of what blood runs through you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful, you know, very grateful. And me personally, I had a step outside of the truth. Why I even was caught with a handgun and did some time in jail. You know, went through there and taught as well. You know what I'm saying? So the truth is everything to me. You know, anywhere I go, I understand that when I got that oil poured on me, you know what I'm saying? Like when I went to jail, I'm like, man, I'm still a priest. I still gotta raise this yard up out here. And you know what I'm saying? That made me feel better with myself. You know what I'm saying? And man, just being a part of this priesthood. You know what I'm saying? This priesthood, this army. You know what I'm saying? What we building right here on earth. Because, you know, this is what heaven would be anyway, right here on earth. So we building our army right here, the Lord's army. and we just, you know what I'm saying, I'm just happy and grateful that the Lord has chosen me, you know what I'm saying, to be one of the people who, you know, help do this. Scriptures say that, you know, the work is plenty, you know what I'm saying, but it's not many workers. I'm, you know, paraphrasing or whatever. I'm just glad to be one of the workers. What does
and the Israelis are not on the same page.
Right,
you get what I'm saying? Is that America keep talking about ceasefire, and the Israelis ain't agreeing with none of that. You see what I'm saying? And so therefore they going on bombing, you know what I'm saying, as normal. Again, those Israelis, they are not the real Israelites, man.
Right.
Those people are diabolical. They ain't no different from any form of white people.
Right.
And the best gift, I don't even say gift, but the best, the characteristic of the white man is to just murder everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it's like, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, like the lady was just saying, she said, people waking up trying to run somewhere, and she said, where you gonna run?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is you wake up, there's rubble outside, there's blood and guts every goddamn where. And let me tell you something, that's coming to America very soon. Biblical prophecy is that it's going to start in the Middle East, but that is going to be the reality of this place. Once again, everybody's going to find out that the Most High ain't nothing to play with, man. The Lord is coming to judge this earth because of all the wickedness that takes place in this joint. Slavery, you understand? Homosexuality, being drug addicts, you know what I'm saying? Thievery. You wiped out the culture of them 12 tribes. The earth has got to pay for that, man.
Right.
You know, even though the Africans, they went and tried to make a case you can't go make a case to the United Nations about what happened to these 12 tribes.
Right.
They not the Most High. Ain't nobody have enough power and strength to judge America for everything that they done. You know what I'm saying? God, you got to go to the Most High for that. And therefore, the Lord is putting His Spirit on these nations to go to war with each other. And then you're going to learn. You one day in America, you're going to imagine this. You go to sleep at night, you wake up, and all the buildings is stones, is turned over. Houses, you grew up, you look in your neighborhood, all the houses is destroyed because bombs are being dropped. You see your neighbor's body parts all on the ground. Then you're going to understand how serious the Most High is about His rules being done here in the earth. Right.
Shalom Israel, Roundtable of Truth interviews, you know what I'm saying? And today, got a very special interview, the water, if I could, General Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? Bless us with his presence right now. So first off, I want to say, General, how you doing so far?
I'm outstanding. How are you doing?
Kawakasa, I'm too wild, sir.
Good to be here.
Kawakasa.
What can I do for you?
Kawakasa. So first off, I just want to say, you can talk about the New York cookout, what we got going on?
Listen, let me tell you something, man. So many years back when I was young in the truth, like I remember coming to a cookout in New York every year, brother. And I thank the Most High that this school is still here. We endured so much, so many attacks, so many vicious enemies with their hearts full of hate towards the Israelite school of EPK and what Commanding General Ayana has built out. And yet here we are. So here we are again, brother, in Harlem, having the New York cookout, man, with so many brothers and sisters able to come here and enjoy not only food, not only drink, but something that is extremely delightful to be able to enjoy each other. Here in New York, we're able to be with one another. And there's nothing greater than that. There's nothing greater than one another. We come together every year in New York, as well as other cities throughout the country now, but this was the first one. The New York cookout was the first cookout that the Israelite School of UPK ever had annually, and we're still having it today, and we're doing it for each other. You understand?
Sir. And that's heavy. What goes to my point about, I want to talk with you today about perseverance.
Okay.
Because that's something that Black people, Hispanics don't really have. We think we have a grasp of it. You know, I'm rich. I persevered through the hood. Now I can live in Beverly Hills. But it's something different with our brothers in the truth, and he stays in the hood, sir. If I could, if you could expound on about how to have perseverance and staying where you are.
Okay, the problem with perseverance, right? Perseverance comes against human nature, right? Human nature, if I feel pain, I'm sorry. If I feel pain, I stop. Right? If I put my hand in fire and it hurts, I pull my hand out. If I'm hungry, I find some way to eat. Right? To persevere, you have to continue in the thing that is hurting you. You have to keep doing it because you have to realize that there is great gain in the pain. So if I'm in Harlem, I get enough money, I'm leaving because of the pain of being in Harlem, the pain of being in Brooklyn, the pain of being in Mississippi, the pain of being in Alabama in Black and Hispanic neighborhoods. There's pain, suffering there. Well, the minute I can leave that suffering, I will, unless I realize there's a greater gain later. You understand? That's the key to perseverance. You forego temporary pleasure that is for today, and you trade that for pleasure that is tomorrow. And that's how anyone does anything. How do you get through college? You suffer. You go hungry. You know, you work odd jobs so you can afford to pay books, knowing that I could just drop out, right? But I forego the temporary pleasure of dropping out for the day for the college degree that comes later. How do you make it to the NBA, to the NFL, to become a champion in anything? I suffer for it. And to persevere, you have to suffer on it. And in One West, the Israelite School of UPK, under commanding General Yohanan, we are experts in suffering. We understand how to do it, and that's why we persevere. You understand?
So that goes to my point, the truth. We're going through the pain now for the kingdom.
You're telling the truth, though. That's how it works. But once again, you're fighting nature to do that. Nature says stop when it hurts. Stop when you get tired. Stop when there's pain. You start arguing with your wife, you break up. She's unhappy with you. She leaves you. Nature says to end pain. Nature doesn't care about pleasure in the future. Remember Esau in the Bible, our enemy, the so-called white man. He came in the house hungry, in his dwelling hungry from hunting. And he traded his birthright for food he could have now. Right now, today. He hated that birthright. Why? Because that birthright was something you got later. You understand? He wants meat in his stomach now, not something you got to get later. But we can't be like him, who's a pervert. We can't be like our oppressor. We're going to have to be better men. And in the Israelite School of UPK, we raise up better men. I pray you understand.
Sir. And my next question also, it goes into it also about I see it as temporarily pain.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just going through your mom, your kids, your job. Right now, I mean the truth. Right now, for as little time as I am, you know what I mean? I understand, listen to the generals, captains, officers above me. Pain is something that's probably needed for us to go through.
I mean, if you want to achieve something magnificent, you want to do something that is amazing, it cannot be done without suffering. That goes anything. There's not a thing in this world that is worth doing, worth having, that can be attained without pain. There is not a thing. The kingdom of heaven is that thing. Kingdom of heaven, and when I say kingdom of heaven, a place where blacks and Hispanics are in charge, where we rule the planet Earth. Well, how do we get it if we don't suffer? How do we get it if we don't endure pain? We won't. We won't get it without suffering.
So if I may too, only with your grace, my next question, I just want to go into when you came into the truth.
Okay.
I don't know if you spoke about this. You know, I know your class, I watch all your classes about, you know, how you were in the past, but how it was when it finally clicked, like, this is the truth.
When it finally clicked, that's okay. I went through a process, man, because I was in the world. I was just a terrible person. I was a horrible, cold, angry person when I was in the world. Like, I was very violent, very harmful to my community. And so it took a while for me to click. But I remember one day one day I thought the Lord was going to kill me. I thought he was going to kill me. I remember feeling like not only was he going to kill me, but that I deserved to die. That might have been the day that changed it, because there was plenty of times when I was in the past when I thought this person was going to shoot me, and I would just stay up all night and watch out my window through the blinds. I would go to his house and sit in a car outside of his house because I thought he was going to kill me. This how I would go to his neighborhood with all my friends and try to find him, thinking I need to get him first because he's going to get me. But this time, I didn't feel like I could defend myself because it was against God, and I can't hunt him down. That it was God trying to kill me. I remember specifically thinking, I deserve it. This is not something I can stop with my aggression or my cunning. He was going to kill me, and there was nothing I could do to stop it, and I indeed should die for what I've done. And I believe that was the day that changed me, and I wanted to become someone that did not deserve to die. I wanted to be somebody that deserved to live. And I kind of, from coming to class those few times and seeing the brothers at that time, I think I had been to no classes. I saw the camp on the street. I watched the camp for 2 years. I would just show up every week at camp thinking those are some great brothers, but they could never let me in that group. I thought they would never let me in. That's what I thought. I thought they won't accept someone like me. For 2 years I did that. Then I remember that day when I thought I was going to die. Thought I deserved it, knew I deserved it, knew I couldn't defend myself, couldn't stop it, couldn't find him first, couldn't hunt him down before he gets me. And that day I remember thinking, I have to become someone that is worthy of being alive, someone that he needs. That was how it translated to my brain. Like anything, if you had a farmer, if you had a man that owns the land, what would make him let you work on his land? I'm a good farmer. I plow, I pick up the trash, I'm there every day. So he's not going to fire me because my employer needs me. And that is how it translated. Like, I'll just make myself necessary to God. I'll just always be around, always help, always show up. And in doing so, maybe he'll see that I have value and he won't put me in jail for 30 years. Or he won't kill me because I'll make myself valuable to God in my service. And that's what changed me.
So, sir, my last question, only if I may, making yourself worthy for the Most High to have the kingdom of heaven. Mm-hmm. So for the brothers who's watching, a lot of brothers who's outside the school that watch every day, what can you tell them? What can they do to make themselves worthy?
You want to think about it not in a way that is magical. Think like any employer. That's it. And Jesus Christ gave those examples in the Bible about a husbandman and a farmer and the owner of land. You want God to need you.
The gun.
Yaba Shimo Shabakya. 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 How about Shimmy Shabrakia? Yes. How about Shimmy Shabrakia? How about Shimmy Shabrakia? How about Shimmy Shabrakia? How about Shimmy Shabrakia?
you're a black Marine or a black whatever in the white man's military, that make them want to kill you more. Like when they see the uniform on you, they get an extra disdain for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand why in the hell do you want to fight for them.
Cared enough about your trials and tribulations, the things that you suffered through, and how to get out of that. That's your history. You don't need a white man to have no remembrances for it.
You chastise the child too hard, or you create trauma. If you don't say nothing to the child, then you making them soft. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no way for a black man to be right even when he is in that.
White people that's out there that want to help black and Hispanic people, the best thing you can do is just leave us the hell alone.
They are all against you. They all want to destroy you. And the ultimate goal of all of them is to put you back into slavery and subjection.
Real Nigga University in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's get it.
1.
There we go, Rob. I told you I ain't starting that. Let's first Rob do it. Even if I see a Roman wine stuff hit thumb, I ignore that thumb. Rob, that's the official one. Right. I'll just best we do a Roman wine. Oh, it's lucky. We just got to eating some chicken skin. Everybody there with us, man. We appreciate y'all joining us this afternoon for a roundtable of truth exclusive special. We're gonna get it in on Memorial Day. We're gonna try our best to make sure that you throw up them pork ribs that you throw on the grill. Now, we don't want nobody to die, but we at least want you to vomit. You know what I mean? If this day has nothing to do with blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, so if you don't want your Memorial Day ruined, I will turn this off. If you do want it ruined, then we're gonna proceed. It's like normal. We got to give it up to the God of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, Yahweh in the Hebrew. If you like to call him nigga God, we can easily prove that God is a nigga according to the Bible. It's very easy to prove. Also, we got to give it up to our King Yahweh Shah Mashiach, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Give it up. Of course, we got to give it up to the man with the plan, none other than Commander General Yohana. By being Monday, Johanna and the generals will be going live tonight around 8 p.m. Eastern, I believe, to do the Black Watch. So I'm sure we're going to go in on Memorial Day as well. Make sure you tune in for that. Like always, man, I got to give it up to my host that rock it out with me every week. To my left, in here with us today, we got Captain Rhyme in the building. To my right, we got Captain Lamakiala. I don't know, my middle left, we got Captain Yardan in the building. I'm used to saying left and far left. All right, to my far right, we got Captain Iwalum in the building. To my far left, we got Officer Mayad in the building. All these high ranks, man, I expect this shit. We should be doing this round table from outer space. Man, all these big high ranks of them. Like, this was respected. We outer space now. Also, I got to give it up to my technical team, man, doing what they do every week. You know what I'm saying? They did not go put no meat on the grill today at all. You know what I'm saying? I will be checking after the show to see if anybody dropped roll right by y'all house. Down my yard right quick, see if that nigga. Give it up for my tech team. We got Officer Ramawan in the building. Officer Rob. Officer Rakam Yala. Also doing here tonight, we got Officer Partizan in the building. All right. Damn right. You can catch him at Officer Ashai on Tuesday. They do the round table truth. Follow up at what time?
From 5:30 to 6:45, 7ish. You know,
yeah, 5:30. You know what I'm saying? And 6:45, 7ish. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tune in. All right. With that, what's new? I can talk to you. What's going on? What you got?
Can I start something off on a comical note, sir?
Please.
So they did a celebrity fight a couple of days ago.
Y'all talking about Ray J? Y'all gonna get the brother a little wiggle room.
I am. You know, he
told us a couple months ago that he only had a couple months to live. He's crying blood. His heart was stopping. But now you in the boxing ring. But the hilarious part to me was after the fight, instead of him be like, hey, he got the better of me, it's all good. He said, hey, man, we had an arrangement. You just stick to our agreement.
I say that in the middle of the ring. He said it was supposed to be a scripted.
Hey, God.
Meanwhile, the brother just knocked him out cold.
Right after he announces,
we're in the real jam, Michael. You know what I'm saying? You ain't sticking to the script. You got laid out, I think.
And Cap, man, that just goes to show, like, even Ray J doing that fight, it just goes to show, like, the path of Hollywood they did. Like, it just shows he's broke.
Yeah,
he can't fight at all.
Right.
He in there with UFC gloves on just to get a couple dollars when he was supposed to be some big time Hollywood star. But now he got to get beat the fuck up.
Yeah,
get a couple dollars.
Craig hit him with a hell of a shot too. He hit that stumble. It was over with. Like my yard said a couple months ago, he was just talking about even dying.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That good lesson in this is because it's always a lesson in everything in life. The good lesson in this, boys and girls, is that getting a white man's money does not mean that you're gonna be okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a shame you have to teach adults things that's supposed to have been taught to you when you were a child.
That's right.
Being under the white man's authority, even though we are adults, we think like he think.
Right.
And he is a child. He don't have wisdom. He don't have knowledge. He don't have understanding. That's why the Bible is so important, because all the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding come out of the Bible. Right. And the white man, to his best, he tried to follow what the scriptures say to do, but he can't follow it because he's just too much of a devil. He's too much of a demon. Listen, I'll tell you, white people, man, you need to research. There's something inside of you. You do research on the water, all the animals. You do research on do some research on what is that lives in you.
Right.
You give them a point that just hate everything and everybody. You understand? So Ray J just showing you out that if 2 months ago he was talking about he about to die, then now he in the boxing ring, and showing you that the brother is full of danger.
That's right.
And that all that say he need to just stick to singing. You get my point?
They say stick to your strong suit.
Yeah, that's it. But of course, he got 100 demons running through his damn head. So that's the lesson in that. Where we going?
Come on, sir. We have, of course, it's a Memorial Day special.
Damn right.
The very first thing we have going on is the true origins of Memorial Day and how it's connected to so-called Black American history.
That's what we wanted to do today, man. We wanted to go in on this whole Memorial Day. It's just another opportunity to show you that all these holidays that America come up with, they have nothing to do with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Right. This is, again, we said this Friday, this is one day that you shouldn't be putting a barbecue on the grill, remembering something that belonged to this man, even though we started it, which we're about to show right now. But it's really a memorial for white soldiers and everything that transpired for America to be on top. Right. And what we don't understand is when America win a war, when we help them win a war, what we doing is the scriptures say we strengthening the hand of evildoers. When we helped in every war, we about to show that here tonight. And when we helped America in every war, they always rewarded us, you know what I'm saying, by beating the hell out of us.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Or burning us alive. Like that was the thank you get.
Right.
It wasn't, we never got any thanks for helping America be the world's #1 superpower. Right. And if you think, you know what I'm saying, for any chance in your stupid mind that America will be where it's at without Black and Hispanic men and Native Indian men, then you are really lost. You get my point? So this is just an example. We're gonna show you here today that is we should be remembering the hell we went through in this place.
That's right.
We should be remembering all the people that fought for us. You understand, to be where we at, not remembering what the hell they did. You get my point, my partners are?
I just want to bring, because like what you're saying is so heavy. This was this was really just really supposed to be a work, like how you going over there, you know, fighting them wars and coming back, being, you know, unalive by Esau. That was supposed to be a wake up call to say, well, damn, no matter what I do, it ain't, you know, it ain't gonna work. We can't join these people.
That's it.
Maybe we should, you know what I'm saying, gather ourselves together.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And the thing is, we don't know that because the Christian church don't bring out, they can't teach, they don't teach the scriptures for black people to rise up and be together and bring their resources together with one another.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Christian church is under the vise of Satan. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Let's go ahead and play the video.
The origins of Memorial Day are deeply rooted in Black American history, though this is often overlooked in mainstream narratives. On May 1st, 1865, just weeks after the Civil War ended, over 10,000 formerly enslaved people in Charleston, South Carolina, held a procession in honor of Union soldiers who died in a Confederate prison camp and were buried in a mass grave. Black residents exhumed the bodies, gave them proper burials, and organized what is widely considered the first large-scale Memorial Day commemoration. The event included prayers, singing, readings, and the laying of flowers, hallmarks of modern observances. This early expression of collective mourning and patriotism was both a tribute to the sacrifice of Black and white Union soldiers and a declaration of Black Americans' rightful place in the national story. Over time, this origin was forgotten or suppressed as Memorial Day evolved into a national holiday, but the contributions of Black Americans continue to resonate through the present day.
Man, listen,
I'm James Edward
You
Nelson.
can stop it right there, man. Get me right on this. You can't love a place more than we done loved America. You understand like that? Whenever speak comes to patriotism, who's been more of a patriot than we have? Go ahead, Ron.
I was just talking to Officer Mike about this earlier today. When you look at these movies like Captain America, Top Gun, that's Rocky Balboa in America,
right?
Because no one's more patriotic than Black people. We talk about Top Gun, we talk about Maverick, a fictional character who's like the top airman of his time. But no one talks about the Tuskegee Airmen that fought in World War II, and the reason why they won World War II because of Tuskegee Airmen.
That's it.
No one talks about the so-called Black U.S. Navy SEALs that fought in the Vietnam War. We got to talk about Captain America.
Right. Listen,
come on, man.
What's so heavy is, I just heard of this. Of us being the original ones who started the whole Memorial Day. Just so everybody's clear, who may not have had a hard time hearing, Black people, the slaves went and buried, gave proper burial to the Union soldiers, Black and white, after we were so-called free. So they didn't even, not even white people thought to even go bury the soldiers, right? Because it wasn't really about their cause. It was for our cause. And so them brothers and sisters who had just got free from slavery, they had it in their mind, to go ahead and bury the soldiers as they should, give them proper grave. And it speaks so much to the fact of why we should be in charge. Because Black, Hispanic, Native, Indian, man, you got a heart. You know what I'm saying? You got a mind and you got some sympathy and all of that. These people don't have that. And what make it even worse is that they wipe this out of history. This is why you don't go and think that it's okay to sit in schools, fight to be in integrated schools with your oppressor. Right. Again, those people who fought for it were unintelligent. I could use other words, but they was very unintelligent for our so-called leaders to fight for us to go sit in racist white schools. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Did you think that they was gonna get in there and teach us how great we were and every great thing that we did? Hell no. You're gonna sit right in this white school and you're gonna become a white supremacist yourself, and you don't even know it, because they ain't teaching you nothing great about yourself, everything great about them, and you're gonna look around and say, well, damn, who the hell am I? What in the hell have I done? Obviously, I ain't done nothing. So obviously, I'm worthy to be a slave. Obviously, I'm worthy to be hated. But yet we thinking we fighting for progress. Meanwhile, they went and took and just totally wiped out the origin of this story, just wiped it out of history. Go ahead, my y'all.
And continuing until this day, wiping that history away. Because remember, was it last
next year, Donald Trump got in office, and one of the first things he did was started taking down and wiping away every memorial, every contribution that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans made to any war America has fought.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? He went all around the country. He went to that big mass cemetery where, you know, you go all see all the fallen souls. I can't remember the name of it. You know, the National Cemetery, and it just started erasing their contributions, anything heroic.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Which is, like we all know, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the reason America was able to win any war.
That's it.
Back from the to the Revolutionary War.
Without question.
Without question.
Crispus Attucks is the one. He the one kicked off the war. A black man.
Very first
like the so-called white man, you ain't even have enough heart to kick off your own war
right
to get free from the British. Again, that was something that you had to go research and find. That wasn't nothing that was taught in schools. Because again, being in a integrated school, it ain't about giving you no self-esteem. They need you to have low self-esteem. They need you to be a slave in this place. And the best way to make a slave is never teach them nothing about them being great. Get my point? It's all about you, which is really just it's really the relationship that we've had here is one with an abuser, and we are the abused. We don't know it. You know what I'm saying? You are an abused people, and guess what? You used to taking the abuse. It's like a woman. You understand? She believed that this abuse that she's taking is love, and she, in her mind, she say, "Man, hopefully, one day." You know, this cat that's abusing me is going to change. And that's why we still to this day still voting. You know what I'm saying? Still thinking that we got a chance because we hoping one day that these people gonna change. You understand? We ever done? Come on.
So just to piggyback on what you just said, out of one, it just proves that, you know what I'm saying, that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the most patriotic because we don't have any proof that, you know what I'm saying, us fighting for this country or us doing anything, you know what I'm saying, to boost, you know what I'm saying, the morale, whatever, to this country is going to benefit us in any. We don't have no proof of that.
That's right.
We are all we are basing anything off of is like you said, the hope that one day, you know what I'm saying, with enough, you know what I'm saying, with enough investment, you know what I'm saying, of our lives and everything that we put into this country, that one day it's gonna pay off, and the white man is just gonna say, okay, now we can come together. You know what I'm saying?
It's false hope. It's false hope at its finest. Come on, Roman.
So like, I just wondered, like, I don't know if people saw this part of the video, which is it was heavy to me.
Go ahead.
Not only did they give these black people proper burials, but they dug them up. So they was
black and white souls.
Yeah, black and of course. And they were in mass graves. So they dug up these mass graves and reburied them.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to just think about the mentality, like for you to dig up dead people because you had that much respect for them, but America don't. It just show you how horrible America is.
Oh, come on, like you, Cap. I didn't know that Memorial Day was started by black people, but I'm not surprised.
That's it.
It's a book in the UPK. It's called 100 Inventions by Black People. You know what I'm talking about? Every black person need to get that book and just look at how we contributed to this stinking society.
Damn right.
Just so you can understand and like uplift yourself.
Damn right.
Because like you saying, Cap, like they hid our history and all contributions that we ever gave to this country to the pack to the point where we have low self-esteem.
Damn right.
Salaga.
Damn right. That's a great point. Where we going next, Lamar? What you got?
Con. So now we're gonna go down the timeline. Next, we have the 45th Massachusetts Infantry. Veterans explain racism in America. Well, yeah, he put it backwards. 54th.
Yeah, everybody know about the 54th. If you watch the movie Glory, you know what I'm saying. Ton of y'all watch that movie, and at the end of the movie, I know damn well you have crocodile tears in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Well, Denzel Washington, who was the other cat?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. He gave a hell of a performance in that, didn't he? He said that this the movie right here showed that we have free years.
The ancient Greek armies.
Wilson's book is a masterpiece of American military history, tracing the volunteerism and the actions of Black men who served in the Army from the Revolution up through the Civil War. Also in the book,
All
and
right,
what I
he
want to
just-
read to you now.
He just quoted the same thing we just said. You know what I'm saying? That we fought in the revolution. You know what I'm saying? And not just us, the Native Indians introduced guerrilla warfare. You know what I'm saying? During the when they got freed from the so-called British. All right, go ahead.
Now is an excerpt where Wilson describes racism. He talks about the way white European immigrants treated enslaved people and Native Americans differently. And he observes that what he calls the American Negro is a race separate from Africans. Before I read the excerpt,
right there.
no.
Say this video, personal stash.
You're gonna need that for the joint. For the lecture you plan on doing. Did he just say what I thought he said? Right on it, my yacht.
Go, sir. He just said that the Europeans discriminated. Now, this is during the Civil War.
Right.
Discriminated against blacks and Native Americans joining the army.
Right.
To fight against the South for freedom.
Go ahead.
And that he observed that Africans and Negroes are two separate races of people. Now, this is a brother, it's like, my bad, in the 54th Massachusetts during the Civil War. So this ain't, he not influenced by the UPK.
Right.
This is the influence that carried
This ain't
on.
no brother here.
This is an Edomite, but he's reading the brother's book.
He's reading the brother's.
I kept the title of the brother's book out because once we bring a book out, it can skyrocket. I'm gonna get that book before they make it $1,000.
Before it be 5G.
Come.
Right. They be like the UPK brought out another book. Go ahead, charge $10,000.
I want to get that book, and so we can get the meat out of that book.
Come on.
You know what I mean, but this brother's personal book that he wrote after because he got injured in the war and got sent home before the 54th got massacred. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted the survivors, and this is his own personal observations that he put into this book.
He said the Negro is definitely different from the African. He just dropped a gem there. Who been telling y'all that for the longest? You get my boy. You so worried about making show you how brainwashed we are. We quick to make the African plight our cause. You Negroes be more worried about the apartheid in South Africa than you are here in America. Okay, like that South Africans ain't worried about your struggle here.
Right.
They have no connection at all. You being apartheided here for 400 something odd years. And what killed me about them Africans, I hate to, but I'm gonna come right back to it, is that they understand apartheid and Nelson Mandela, he's a hero, and they understand they struggle and pain and understand that apartheid was about some white people who came to South Africa and oppressed Africans. But then when they come over here, for some reason, they get dyslexia, right? And they don't understand why we in the position that we in.
Right.
You understand? Because they ain't trying to understand what position that we in. You understand? They are totally different people, and these are the people that sold you. And what the white man do? The white man is such a witch and a evil magician. What he's teaching in school? Well, I know we did what we did to y'all, but your own people sold you in slavery. Right. Your own people did as you did this to yourself. Again, that is the symptom of an abuser. Right. Okay, go ahead and play the rest of that joint. Go ahead, Rob.
Part 2. Yeah, this.
To live. The Negro race, however, it must be remembered, is the only race that has ever come in contact with the European race and been able to withstand its atrocities and oppression. All others, like the Indian, whom they could not make subservient to their use, they have destroyed. The Negro race, like the Israelites, multiplied so rapidly in bondage that the oppressor became alarmed.
Goddamn.
He began discussing methods of safety to himself.
He's comparing
the only
Stop, Mark. Maybe we've been right the whole time.
Really?
maybe we've been right. Brother, what book is the name of this book that he just
It's called the Black Phalanx. So the Phalanx is the group formation
Mhm.
that was put together that was unstoppable and invincible during war.
Yeah.
So this book is called The Black Phalanx, and I'm about to get this book.
And he compared. Yeah.
Black Phalanx.
Yeah. And he compared us to the Israelites, right? There's another book too. I told y'all, the $40 million slave.
Mhm.
The author in that book, he compared our struggle and plight here in America. He mentioned our plight and struggle to the Israelites' plight and struggle in Egypt, basically through the whole book.
God damn.
Right. And I'm like, damn, this cat he don't even know that, okay, we are the Israelites.
Right.
The Native American Indians, they are the Israelites.
Right.
The host of Hispanics, they the Israelites. We all one people. And make no mistake, when we speak about this whole Memorial Day and how we've been used and abused to help America grow, don't think for 1 second we ain't talking about how our Hispanic and Native Indian brothers who fought in the war as well. Because when we say black or black, we talking about all 12 tribes that have been abused in this empire. So I just want to throw that out there. All right, where we at with it? That man, I might have to send that joint to Commander Jenny Hunter right there. That's a rough. I mean, at the end, he said, come on, man.
You got the minute marker, sir.
Go ahead.
I
just want to ask a question. No, ain't no sweat.
Do we know what research he's done to even be able to write in his book that the Africans and Negroes are not the same people?
Well, this cat right here, I believe, may I get me right, this was an account of a soldier.
Right.
This is his account.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From that, 1600?
So yeah, this is him reading that brother in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
That's his book that he wrote about military, about blacks' contribution in military, from his research from the Revolutionary War up to the Civil War, and his own personal observations that he made while he was in the Civil War.
Right.
Colonel Khan, that's what my question is. What was the research that he did?
You got to get the book for that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, like that's what I'm asking. Like,
you got to get the book, and then it'll show you in the back of the book. You know what I'm saying? Where he got all his resources, the fact check everything. Go ahead, Lamont.
If I may, it's so great seeing individuals finding this type of research and archaeology about who the true Israelites are synonymous with. It just goes to show that the so-called Jewish man over there in Israel right now cannot be the real Israelite.
Right.
You understand? Because these brothers are pointing out characteristics and things that the Israelites went through.
Yep.
You understand, that are synonymous to what blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians go through in the times of now. You understand? The Jewish man, he's never gonna fit those characteristics.
No.
He's living on the top of the world. The Israelites went through hell continuously through the Bible, through the crimes of disobeying the Lord and the oppression of the so-called white man, all the other races.
That's it.
You understand? This goes to show that they're finding more history that just backs up the UPK to show that the real Israelites are the ones oppressed in today's society.
Give it up. I'm coming to you. I just want to say this, and it goes to show you that you claiming your nationality, you're wrong. Now just picture this: you claiming who you are is a threat. Now we've been here 400 some odd years, right? We didn't claim everything. We didn't claim to be Africans. We didn't claim the color. We didn't claim to be, everything in this place. We didn't join every religion. We didn't join Islam, which is an Arab religion. We was forced to be Christians. You understand? Again, General Muhammad brought this out the other day that black people just didn't accept Christianity. You understand? They was hung and burnt and beat to death to become Christians. Remember that. Okay, while you sitting on that church on Sunday, thinking that you this was something just wonderful. No, the white slave master said, you gonna believe in white Jesus or you gonna be put to damn death. Okay, now case in point is this: when we get to claiming who we really are, all of a sudden it's a problem.
Right.
Nobody got no issues with us claiming anything. You notice that? Oh yeah, y'all claim it, but the minute we get to claiming to be the real Jews, now all of a sudden it's an issue. Right. Now the whole world is shook up by us claiming. And what's sad is black people, we so slow that we don't even pick up on it. Kanye West came out with it and said it. Got persecuted. Kyrie Irving, he came out, just played a video, got persecuted. Any black person or Hispanic that come out and speak anything about us being Israelites, they get persecuted. Right. And you're supposed to wake up and know that, man, why are we being so persecuted for just claiming something. Now, history will tell you, you know what I'm saying? You got to hold your point out. History will tell you that damn, I lost my joint. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Ryan.
Now, what you pick about what you're saying was so heavy when we talk about us not taking credit for who we are. Even when we talk about Christ, when we say Christ is a black man, they say, "Oh, Christ he's olive colored."
Right.
Olive is green.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or they say, "Oh, he's not white. He's Middle Eastern."
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
My God.
He's Middle Eastern. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying this. Ain't no way in hell that these niggas and spicks are God's chosen people.
Yeah, right. Give it up. That was my point. You know what I'm saying? My point was, now we know throughout history and the Bible in itself, we know for a shadow of a doubt that white people who claim to be Jews and in factly are not Jews at all.
Okay.
They are from Eastern Europe. They ain't no different from Russians. Some of them is German. Some of them is maybe Poles from Poland. You understand? And they gonna go in they gonna take your nationality and then get put in the Holy Land in the 1940s. All this is something that, man, again, you cannot be slack in something. You just can't be slack and lazy on, man. You understand? You cannot be slack and lazy on this, black people. You got to research who you are. And if you research who you are, you're gonna find out that you are the chosen people. That's right. And that everything that we going through in this place is because of our disobedience to the Most High. Now, once you understand the things, you can do the things to start changing. But as long as you keep claiming everything that you're not, keep trying to put on a shoe that don't fit, then we gonna forever be up under these people. This is right here is this what we doing in ISBK. This is how you really do fight a revolution. This is the best way to beat white supremacy is by teaching your people the truth. Because you hear a ton of black people all the time. You could, if you go down Black Timeline, you're gonna hear a ton of black people and Hispanics complaining about our condition. You know what I'm saying? Which you're supposed to complain. But here's the problem. They don't know the solution. And then you got a lot of fake radicals who claim that talk all that radical talk. And then the minute that you come with the solution, then all of a sudden, now they soften up. You understand? Why do they soften up? Because the one thing that they hear that they don't like is you taking the white man out of the equation. Right. Now all that rah, so-called being a black revolution, all that go out the window. Because all these cats before the ISUBK, even though they was black radicals, it was really all meant just to get love from white people. I'm talking about everybody. Malcolm X, Farrakhan, Martin Luther King, the Black Panthers. All you gotta do to research, them niggas wasn't radical like we are. We don't want no love from white people at all. We want to be totally separate from these people, which is what Moses was all about. Moses didn't say, "Oh man, let's go ahead and join the Egyptians more. Let's go integrate with them so we can continue to be an oppressor." What did he do? He separated from them. The first part of the separation was the Israelites going to serve the Lord. Once they went and served the Lord pulled them out of Egypt. Now, case in point, the Lord said he was going to bring you in Egypt again with ships. This is undeniable evidence. How do we get over here? Right. You understand? In ships. Now, the Lord say, in order for us to come out of this place again, you got to turn back to the Lord. Now, how you go turn back to the Lord? Seeing that these niggas are sitting in the church lying every day. Right. They sitting there turning your sons gay every day. Your sons is two things, gay and violent. All that comes from the failure of the church. Right. You understand? What are our daughters? You understand? They became generational maniacs. You know what I'm saying? From the church. And they're having so many abortions, it don't make no sense. They don't understand nothing about no marriage. They basically whores. And they fucking whores. Where did this come from? The failure of the goddamn church. Now, so where are the men that's gonna lead us up out of this? Commander Jenny Hunter is that nigga. That's why I follow Commander Jenny Hunter. All the generals, them some bad niggas. You can't touch them niggas, man. Right. You understand? You can't touch a cat like Captain Cesario. When we get into debate, we don't lose no debate. What the fuck you think we out on the street? Right. The scriptures say, "Wisdom cried out; she uttered her voice on the street." We come out there on the street. What you think? We coming out there to sing a song? We come out there to challenge anybody. Bring your knowledge so we can crush your world and show you don't know what the fuck you talking about when it come to fixing black people, man.
That's right, sir.
You understand? Right. Excuse me for my language. YouTube, wherever else the social medias I'm on. Salaka, anybody else? I guess I said it all. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, please.
Like all these,
they you know, my eye put the paper for the band. I was told not to give y'all Captain Marquardt.
Memorial Day, man.
Y'all want the man?
He called me on the way over here and say, man, you go ahead.
You called like 2 minutes before we got off at the exit for the liquor store.
There you go.
I say, I know what Cap on.
Go ahead, Lamar.
Yo, God, so like what you say is so heavy, like it just brings me to Psalms 83.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where all these other nations they took crafty counsel, destroyed who we are, take away our nationality, our culture, our customs.
Right.
You understand? And all of them are so willing to accept us into their religion.
That's it.
Why? Because when they bring us into their religions, it's taking us away from our God, our power, and our resources. You understand? And then the Jewish man even so more devilish with it. Like if you go try to join Judaism and him on his religion, you understand? He still makes you a subservient class in that religion.
That's it.
You understand? You're a convert. You're not one of us truly.
That's it.
You understand? I mean, even if you get close to what you might be, since they stole what we believe in to a certain extent,
right?
You understand? They still ain't gonna put you on their level to let you know that white people are still superior to you in that religion.
Damn right.
You understand? So that's how heavy it is to come back to the Lord. You understand? Realize that all these religions are just to make sure you never find where your power truly comes from.
Damn right. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. On that.
Come on. So we got a video going over World War One and how it changed America as well as Black Americans in World War One.
Come on with it. Let's go. I got a napkin, but we got a paper towel over there.
It's like while we wait for Captain Lamont, I talking about World War One. I actually found research about this brother named his name is Henry Johnson. Henry Johnson. If I recap,
go ahead.
Henry Johnson, the 369th Infantry Regiment, which became known as the Harlem Hellfighters, was an all African American unit in World War One. Aside from seeing more combat than all of the U.S. outfits and having a world famous regiment band, the Hellfighters was also home for Private Henry Johnson. Johnson, who President Theodore Roosevelt described as one of the 5 bravest Americans who served in the entire war.
Yeah, this cat Johnson, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna play the video or whatever. My technical team giving me the cue. They don't want you to read no more.
Oh, my bad.
The video.
My bad. Spirit working. My bad. I didn't know brothers had it.
Yeah.
You know
this cat Henry Johnson, just if I could add though, this cat here was like a LeBron James. It was him and another soldier who sat in a hole and killed like 50 Germans by themselves. 2 cats, 2 Jakes. You telling me the black man, the Hispanic man, Native Indian man ain't the greatest warrior on the face of this earth? I mean, what we gonna keep lying to ourselves? What we talking about? Please.
With a knife.
That's it.
With a knife.
If I could make an observation.
Come on.
You know, I grew up, I read a lot of comic books back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Some Officer Rhymes said earlier. So Johnson and the other brother, that's Captain America and Bucky. They didn't turn so Captain America, because remember they showed in the last movie that the original Captain America was a black man.
Damn right.
Before the one that everybody see, they went back and said the original Captain. So that's who Captain America was made after.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. Come on, let's get that video right quick if we could.
So I want to pause off a lot. I didn't know.
World War I occurs during the height of white supremacy. You might be a citizen, but you have no equal rights. It was a horrific time in the United States. Go Black.
At the time the U.S. enters the First World War, African Americans are largely living in rural areas in the South. Decades after the Civil War, slavery has ended, but a new system, Jim Crow, of sharecropping and segregation, has replaced it and largely excludes them from equality in the political or economic realm.
The war created opportunities for African Americans in the North, in war industries, in metalworking industries, in shipbuilding industries.
By the end of 1919, nearly 1 million African Americans have left the rural South in a movement called the Great Migration that would transform African American life. Just as it does for every other ethnic or religious minority. The war creates both obligations and opportunities. They are asked to conserve food, buy bonds, support the war effort.
Women play a crucial role in this. There are a number of women's organizations that supported the war effort. There are a number of African American women who would like to be nurses and to go abroad, but they're not allowed to. There are a number of African American women who wanted to work in the YMCAs abroad. Only 2 of them will be allowed to go. African Americans make substantial contributions on the home front. They will raise some $250 million in war bonds. This is a huge contribution in terms of their wealth, which they had very little. The question that would arise as the war.
Goddamn, man, give it up to our sisters, man. You know, so now it was okay. It was for a wrong cause, of course, but again, these white people will make you think that we ain't have no hand in helping them build their empire.
Right.
Like they so quick to tell you to go back to Africa and this, that, and other, and they don't even understand you wouldn't even have no empire if it wasn't for us. You get my point? Like we more American than you could ever be. You don't even love this country. How do we know? You take Donald Trump and put him in office.
Right.
And he gonna destroy your damn country. You understand? Like these sisters raised $250 million for a war. Do you know how much money that is? You understand? What would that be equal today?
That's that was in
1919. Let's find out how much. Let's find out how much that. If I could, let's find out how much that would be today. I'm sorry. Go ahead, my yard.
No, so like I said, the average family back then was living off of something like $20 a month.
But you see how much money they raise? But they go to show you that poor people have power if they come together. Now imagine if that I'm coming to you. Imagine if we raised $250 million for our own cause here in America. Now let's find out what $250 million
It's 1917?
1919, same.
1919.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cap.
Please.
$250 million in 1920 would be worth roughly $4.1 billion.
God.
That's a lot of money.
And that's sisters raised that.
Sisters alone.
Black people, man, where we at?
Come on, man.
But where we at? I thought, you know what I'm saying, that you know, us being in poverty, we couldn't raise this type of money.
If I could,
please.
Black people, these leaders talking about we need to vote. America don't need us. America needs you.
Damn right.
America needs every black Hispanic Indian man. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. You understand? That was heavy doing that. They didn't raise $4 billion. It would be $4 billion today. Whew, Lord have mercy. Right. And let me tell you something. White supremacy know better than anybody that poor people generate money. They know that. That's the reason why they in your neighborhood getting every dollar, whether it's putting a heathen in your neighborhood, or running the real estate. You know what I mean? People need a place to live. And we sitting there because we don't have any leadership. This is the biggest problem. Because we don't have any leadership, we don't know what direction to be moving in. You understand? But we got it now. But for a long time, we didn't have the proper leadership. We thought that America's cause and white people's cause was our cause. Right. And if you coming out of slavery, you know, we at that time we was 40, 50, 60 years removed from slavery, which means you're going to have all the zeal in the world to try to prove to white people how much you love them.
Right.
You understand? Like once again, being in an abused relationship, the person that's being abused, they want to make sure that they can do everything to receive love from the cat that's abusing them. You understand? Only to what? Get beat further. And that's what we received to hear. All the love and dedication we done gave this place, all we have done has just get beat repeatedly. You know what I mean? Where we at?
Come on, if I may. Like, even though we didn't know the contributions that we made back then and stuff like that because the white man hid the real truth, that doesn't mean the white man didn't see it himself.
Right.
You understand? We raised up that basically $4.8 million or $1 billion back then. And then he said, "No, what? Let's just make sure they put all that money into the Christian church. Just give it to the traders of the black races, Hispanic, Native Indian races, so we can keep extorting them to the fullest, which is, you already know, it's our sisters up in the churches as well." Man. You understand? And you know, in the last 50 years, it's been basically $500 million raised up, $1 billion raised up, and 500 in the last 50 years.
I wouldn't be shocked you know, we could probably check this too. I wouldn't be shocked if we, as black people, raised more money than white people did for this war.
Oh, come on.
I wouldn't be shocked by that. Go ahead.
Good night.
Or continued was whether African Americans should serve or not.
What motivated African American men to serve in World War I was a belief that demonstrating their loyalty and patriotism was important to being accepted as citizens.
The experience of African American soldiers in the First World War varied widely. If you were a stevedore or pioneer, you basically were doing construction work or laboring work.
In many instances, they were put out in front doing labor work and exposed to all kinds of enemy fire without the kind of weaponry or training to protect themselves. But one of the most gruesome tasks was the graves registration service. These were the men who had to disinter the bodies of fallen soldiers.
So you have that on one hand, and then in the middle you have the African American combat soldiers. For example, the 92nd Infantry Division, they will be awarded a huge number of what are called Distinguished Service Crosses, which is the second highest award for valor the United States can give. But its white Southern officers condemned it as being a division of rapists, malcontents, and of incompetent black officers. The 12,000 men who serve in the 4 regiments in the French army have a totally different experience.
The Allies, particularly France, are desperate for more troops. General Pershing doesn't want to give the French what he considers his best American soldiers, but he is willing to transfer African American units that he has less respect for.
The 369th Regiment, best known as the Harlem Hellfighters, will serve for the rest of the war in French divisions. It will compile the best record of any comparable American unit. It served for the longest time at the front, 191 days. It never lost a prisoner or a foot of ground to the Germans.
Blacks had proven that.
Come on, man.
That's enough right there, Cap.
Give me it right on.
No, that's enough right there.
About Azar.
Pretty much these people was the Tuskegee Airmen of that time, because you remember the Tuskegee Airmen didn't lose nobody either.
No,
and they made sure everybody got back. You know what I'm saying?
They had a flawless record.
Exactly. You remember when it was white pilots, they went for the glory and tried to put stickers on they planes or whatever, and they flew. And all them bombers that was supposed to kill everybody, they didn't never made it to they to where they was supposed to their destinations because they didn't have real soldiers protecting them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these people was the same thing on ground to what the Tuskegee Airmen was in the air.
Damn right. That's it. You're
Good
done.
Night.
Also, sir, I seen in the midst of that, you know what I'm saying, they tried to, you know what I'm saying, slide in a little demonization of black men like they do to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like they were rapists or some to that degree.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? When as we see, they works exceeded any other, you know what I'm saying,
Of course.
military soldiers.
Of course.
So you saying like you know, the white soldiers ain't had no rape jacket on, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know
we know they the number one rapists in the world. They the number one rapist, pedophile, and all that in the world. You get my point?
You say grape.
Oh, great. Damn. Grape like grape juice.
Like grape juice.
So okay, go ahead, man. Oh, Masalak.
Hey, Colonel Wakan, and to the point that Al-Shiyadon made, what you just said, it's another video, and I don't know, we're not gonna probably get a chance to play that, but where Israeli official was saying that the Israeli soldiers are told when they go into war that to boost their morale, the rabbis tell them that it's okay to grape heathen women while they're fighting at war because it helps keep them focused and boost their morale. And it's like a spoil of war. If you're in the middle of war and you see an attractive heathen woman, that their God allows them to go and grape that woman.
Well, now what happens is they don't need to, rape no heathen women. It's like the American military. They just rape the women that join the military now.
God.
You can look this up. So many women get raped in the United States military. It's basically like it's a part of the culture of it. Yeah, that's really the reason why they allow women to join the military, because these cats need somebody to rape.
Yeah,
and a lot of these sisters, when they leave the military, when they come back, man, they be destroyed. They'd have been raped by a whole unit.
Sir.
Get my point.
And if I could read something out of one, well, I was looking up these stories with the history, because I told you, like we talked about, Cap, starting at the Civil War, the Revolutionary War on down.
Right.
This is a common theme. I want to read the common statement about every last war that I researched that we participated in.
Come on, man, let's go.
Black soldiers face systemic racism, serving in segregated units and experiencing intense hostility and violence and discrimination from white officers and civilians alike.
Let me ask you this, B. I'm gonna let you finish, but can we find the letter that the United States military wrote to the French soldiers about in World War I, saying to not treat these black soldiers as equals?
Come, look it up.
Somebody can find that for me. It's a letter that the United States military wrote to the French soldiers. It's this same unit right here that went forward with the French. The white U.S. military wrote to the French soldiers, say, man, do not treat these cats like equals, man. No, they in America, they second class, and we need you to treat them in second class as well. Now these brothers is putting their life on the line for this country, and this place still don't give you respect. And we're gonna show you we're gonna show you. Black men, they fought this unit here. They was the number one reason the United States won World War I.
That's right, sir.
After World War I, the United States surpassed Great Britain as the Earth's number one superpower after this war. And it was because of you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man.
Right.
Because what they won't tell you, damn right, them Harlem Hellfighters, it wasn't just the tribe of Judah. Guess who else was in there? The tribe of Ephraim.
Right.
So-called Puerto Rican brothers was right there with them. And guess what? They never separated the two, because as far as they concerned, these is all niggas as far as they concerned. Now we still ain't woke up yet, but we waking up. Them 12 tribes, the Lord that's why the Lord created the prophet to wake you up. And black man, I know don't harden your heart, because I know in a ton of cities, black and Hispanic men, we have become enemies towards one another. That right there is the white man's propaganda. You're gonna have to learn to love. When the scriptures tell you about loving your enemy, it ain't talking about white people. It's talking about an enemy of your own. And a ton of us have made Hispanics, you know what I'm saying, our enemy. And you better get the nigga, listen to me good. You better get that hatred out your heart.
Damn right.
You better get that. I'm telling you now. You ain't getting out of this hell without your Hispanic brothers. Scriptures say the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
That mean the Puerto Ricans, that mean the Mexicans, all of that. You know what you say? But man, look how much hate they done done. Look at all that. Look what you done done to yourself.
Right.
What is gangbanging? Black people hating each other. So what is you even talking about? What are you talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, y'all. Please.
Just including example in World War I. Despite fighting for democracy abroad, over 380,000 African Americans were relegated to labor roles, faced harassment at home, and were victims of fatal violence, including 83 lynchings, 11 in uniform.
And this was at the war.
When they came home from the war, at least, but they recorded. They say 83 is more.
Well, it was more because remember when they came home, it sparked Red Summer. Do we got a video on Red Summer? Somebody find and in Red Summer it was over 3,000 black men hung.
Right
now it might have been 83 in uniform, but remember Red Summer was the worst time in history in America. Over 3,000 black men got hung, and it was all because you fought in the war. And the white man say, "Don't you dare come back to this land with your shoulders held high like you done something." As a matter of fact, since you thinking that you my equal because you done went over there and helped me get this war, nigga, I'm gonna string you up on the tree.
Damn right, sir.
To show you, I'm gonna show you how I respect what you did. Come on, Yardan.
If I could,
please.
I got this article here. It says in August of 1918,
the U.S. military distributed a secret memo to the French officer warning them of treat.
Here's the letter I'm talking about right here. Black people, I want you to listen to this real good. I want you to hear what this man and these people think about you. And this right here has not changed. Come on with it. Let's go.
The French officers warning them not to treat the Black American soldiers as equals. Fearing the French hospitality would make Black veterans unwilling to accept Jim Crow segregation at home.
You get my point. So meaning if these French soldiers treat, which these French soldiers white too, if they treat these Black soldiers as equal, then that's going to prompt the Black man to come back to America and wanted to be treated equal as well. This place is diabolical. Wow. Come on, y'all done.
The secret directive titled "Secret Information Concerning Black American Troops" was written by Colonel J.L.A. Lanyard of the American Expeditionary Force at the request of American commanders.
You hear that? Come on, Run One. You got it?
From McMillan. This is from Yale University. Citation of what it was.
Okay.
Say citation information. It's a French directive.
The following directive was published without comment to the crisis. This is what it's saying to the French military mission stationed with the American Army again, August 7, 1918. Secret information concerning the Black American troops. It is important for French officers who have been called upon to exercise command over Black American troops, or to live in close contact with them, to have an exact idea of the position occupied by Negroes in the United States. The information set forth in the following communication ought to be given to all these officers, and it to their interest to have these matters known and widely disseminated. It will dissolve likewise on the French military authorities through the medium of the civil authorities to give information on this subject to the French population residing. So this is the note saying, look, this is everything we want you to do.
That's it.
And you not only am I talking to the officers, but also to the people in France that live in close quarters with Negroes that's out there or whatever. So this is here's the three numbers they gave me. We must prevent the rise of any pronounced degree of intimacy between French officers and Black officers. We may be courteous and amiable with the last, but we cannot deal with them on the same planes as with white American officers without deeply wounding the latter. We must not eat with the Blacks. We must not eat with them. Speaking of the Blacks, must not shake hands or seek to talk or meet with them outside of the requirements of military service. That's one. Part two says we must not commend too highly the Black American troops, particularly in the presence of white Americans.
Good.
It is all right to recognize their good qualities and their services, but only in moderate terms, strictly in keeping with the truth.
This is right here. What you reading here is oppression at its finest. Okay, again, I'm coming to you. This thought press right here. And listen, make no mistake, it still exists among these people today. Come on. What you done, Ramon?
I got one more.
Please.
This is the third one. It says, make a point of keeping the native component population from spoiling the Negroes. White America became greatly incensed at any public expression of intimacy between white women and Black men. They have recently uttered violent protests against a picture. This is just talking about the child of the desert. It's just going about this child of the desert thing. But
ain't no sweat round. You want to say something?
No, I was repeating what you're saying, Cap. This right here is like what 1920, 19. So that's not like at least about 100 years ago. So like the person's grandson or son, he's in office.
Right.
Like, he's in Senator's office.
That's it.
He's probably a captain in some type of police force down south somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And whoever wrote that letter is raising your police officers.
That's it.
He's raising your judges.
That's it.
He's raising your senators.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Con, just real quick, Cap.
Please.
I'm wondering, if white people are such a greater people than black people, why do you put so much effort in putting us down?
Right.
And keeping us down.
That's it.
We chimping out and we monkeys and everything like that.
Right.
If we was, why don't you just leave us alone? If you leave us alone and we monkeys, we ain't gonna go nowhere.
That's it.
But you put a consistent effort in putting us down.
That's it. Well, that's part of the relationship between the abused and the abused, right? The cat who doing the abusing, he don't want this woman to leave. If she leave, who he gonna abuse now? You understand? So even though they talk crazy about us that we ain't this and we ain't that, they tell you to go back to Africa, but they deep down inside don't want you to leave.
Right.
How do we know? Because when we get the ISUBK, right? We come out there and we speak about separating from these people, loving our own God, not believing in what they believe in. And man, all you got to do is go online. Who you see jumping in our comments in it? These white people, here they come. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like roaches, like vultures, right? Because they so used to abusing you, right? It's like seeing a woman walk out the door, and by us teaching what we teaching, that's us. That's that woman walking out that door, and the abuser gonna stop right there. Oh, you trying to leave? Even though I talk crazy about you and this, that, and other, I don't want you to leave. Right. So here they come. You know what I'm saying? Why are you talking about y'all black? Well, why are you talking about God is a nigga? Why are you talking about Jesus is black and all that? Because they know that is you separating from them. And brother, they don't want you to, so they got to get to abusing you again. And you don't even see why these white people are attacking you, but that's why they need to abuse you. Come on, y'all done?
What's so heavy about what you're saying too, I don't want to, is as we see Donald Trump in this administration, you know what I'm saying, tearing down all the things that, you know what I'm saying, black people have, you know what I'm saying, fought for and different things, and all of the accolades that black people have got throughout all the years. Now we see like this is him understanding this history right here.
That's it.
That you letting these black people getting too much shine.
That's it.
The Tuskegee Airmen and all these people that throughout history y'all constantly letting them get shine.
Right.
They don't supposed to get no shine.
Damn
they
right.
don't supposed to have no statues.
Right.
They don't supposed to have no monuments to them.
Damn
Take all of this down.
That's it.
And give them as minimum as admonishment as we can.
That's
you know
it.
what I'm saying?
That's it.
Because we don't want, you know what I'm saying, to build their morale. We don't want we want them to constantly be looked at as rapists or you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, murderers.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? They out of control. You get what I'm saying?
That's it. And let me tell you something. And not only that, what you saying so heavy, and it's also to appease other white people.
Right.
Because again, you done become so great in his kingdom because you are the Lord's chosen people. You are naturally better than any other race of people. You see it during the Olympics, man. The United States end up with the most medals in the Olympics. Who you think that is? Because of white people?
Right.
Like, what are we talking about here? That's because blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians participate in the Olympics, and the white people walk away from the Olympics like they the reason why. Like they so proud. Like they really think that they the reason why they this place is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you kidding me? It's because of us, man. If we didn't participate in the Olympics, you would win a medal.
That's right.
Russia win all the goddamn medal. You get my point? So a lot of that right there is to appease white people, because the white man understands something who in power, that if he don't do these racist things here, it's gonna make these white people that's in these poor white communities, it's gonna make them want to do riots against you. Why you think the Black Wall Street got burned down? Black Wall Street got burned down because them white people that was surrounding that city you were doing better than this was during the Great Depression, right?
Come
So
on,
you all these black communities, why you think Rosewood got dealt the way they did?
Right.
Because you just naturally better than these people. You know how to flip a dollar better than they do. You the one came up with the numbers game. You an invent. Yeah, black man is just a take anything and invent. You know how to get to it back. You the Lord's people. You the salt of the earth. So the white community surrounding us, saying that and saying how Black Wall Street was thriving, and they wasn't. And this is their country, and here we are thriving during the time when the rest of the white people in poverty. Brother, they got planes and dropped bombs on you to show you how much they hate you. You get my point. So he has to do that. He has to take black monuments off the wall, because this right here satisfies white racism. If he don't do that, then guess what? Riots is coming. And let me tell you, these white supremacist groups really, they don't even give a damn about being the people. They just really ready to wipe you out just anyway. Anyway, you understand? Hey, go ahead, my y'all.
So two things, Cap. Number one, I found a video about the Red Summer. I posted it in the round.
Was we done with this one here? Was we done? Let's get, before we go to the Red Summer, let's finish this, then we'll come to that.
But I just wanted to key in on something you said, Cap. You actually took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say this. This is what a sobering thought for our brothers and sisters out here.
Come on.
When you get a race of people that have oppressed you for hundreds of years, and you contributed everything to their country and made it great, when they start erasing your contributions off of the face of their history, they're getting ready to do one of two things.
Come on.
They're getting ready to enslave you or eliminate you.
Damn right.
Because they have a history of whitewashing history. We know they whitewashed the Bible.
That's it.
They didn't whitewash Christ. They didn't whitewash God, all the prophets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They even whitewashed the goddamn Egyptians.
Right.
So if they didn't whitewash all of this, what we think is powerful black history, which is Egypt and all that, and what we know in the UPK is real black history, which is Christ and the prophets and the Lord.
Right.
If they're willing to whitewash the creator of all things, don't you think they're going to whitewash your contributions to history and get you the hell up out of here so they ain't got to worry about you no more?
Damn right.
And that's what they getting ready. Donald Trump and all these people see their empire crumbling. You know what I mean? And they are desperate. They know the reason their empire crumbling is because they cruelty to us, because we've been letting them know that since 1969.
That's it.
So they're going to want to do one or two things to solve that problem.
That's it.
Re-enslave us to rebuild their empire to greatness.
Right.
Or not make the mistake that Egypt did, and they want to just plain out get rid of us.
Damn right. Give it up. Give it up. Let's finish this video, then let's get the joint on the Red Summer, right? The Red Summer is to show everybody our reward for fighting World War I.
Right.
Go ahead. Let's play it.
They could fight courageously. Henry Johnson, for example, fended off a contingent of some 24 Germans who had attacked their outpost. He really became the first ground combat hero of World War I. He received the French Croix de Guerre, Cross of War, with Palm, the highest level that it was given. But he does not receive an American honor. He basically died in obscurity.
Henry Johnson ultimately received his Medal of Honor in 2015.
Stop.
There is no
Come on, man.
20. So this war happened in 1918. The man didn't get a medal from the United States of America until 2015, which is basically 100 years later. You see, he got a medal from the French.
Right.
The French did give him a medal for this cat doing what he did. Killed 24 soldiers basically by himself, because the other cat in the hole with him got shot. So he basically protected this cat and killed 24 of these soldiers. This is a bad cat right here. You see what I'm saying?
They don't put in the movies, though, Cap.
Right. They ain't gonna put him in the movie. And then we don't understand that when you are allowed, and your leaders, once again, these politicians and these preachers that you look up to and that you think love you, they know this type of stuff goes on. And so when our children don't get taught about these things, well, they just think, man, we ain't done that. How you think your children now, they running them? We're gonna show you a video today of it's about 50 black boys in the club. One thing I seen, homosexuality and violence, all wrapped in one day. Your youth is just basically, they just basically out of their mind, and this is why they out of their mind, because they don't know of the accomplishments that we have done. Right. You get my point? So they just think that pretty much we nothing. You understand? What part is that?
Most High in Christ. So just to piggyback off what you was talking about, Like, and this is and when the scriptures say this is like, you know, erasing your accomplishments. That is another part of hunting your steps. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying. If you know, if black and brown people know they done did this and they history and they really great, then they can look at themselves and be proud. They can look in the mirror and be prideful instead of looking in the mirror and saying, "Well, damn, man, this who the fuck this who I am."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can look in the mirror and be like, "I am somebody."
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And this and the reason why like these people do this is because in order to keep a slave, you can't tell him he great because he gonna be like, well, if I'm great, I need to be on your level then.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Give the brother a hand. All right. Go ahead, finish this tape.
Substitute for having those medals awarded at the time that they were won.
I can listen to you.
Black soldiers return from war expecting that their heroic service will result in much better treatment. What they find in many instances is resentment and hostility, that they are a threat to the racial status quo.
White Americans were intent in ensuring that black people remembered their subordinate place in society, and they were willing to use violence to make that clear.
In 1919, there were racial riots in so many places, which is known as the Red Summer because it was a summer in which there was blood spilled. Many of the riots in the past had been massacres, but this time blacks stood up and showed that they weren't going to die lying down.
W.E.B. Du Bois actually goes to Europe to interview African-American troops, and he's appalled at what he learns. He now says, "We return from fighting, we return fighting." And now, if white Americans are not prepared to change their attitudes, Black Americans are prepared to continue the fight for equality. And in some respects, the First World War is a strong impetus to the civil rights movement that the Second World War, in a sense, will bring ultimately to a head.
Summer joint to show you what our reward was for helping America, not helping, but yeah, basically assisting them in winning World War I and making them the #1 superpower. Can we get a video on that? And then the Red Summer also too, that song, the sister Billie Holiday wrote a song about what was it called? Strange Fruit, you know what I'm saying, which was about us being hung, you know, in the Deep South and really all over America. Because they'd make you believe that we only got hung in the South. You know what I'm saying? You was getting hung all over America, man. I was listening to something today where they say the biggest plantation. Now, I don't know how true this is, but they said the biggest plantation in America was in New York.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what that. Now again, this was just something I heard. I don't know how valid it is. It's just something that I heard. We got the Red Summer. Go ahead, play that, Rod.
Happened just over 100 years ago, but history books rarely mention it. This is the story of Red Summer, 1919. In 1919, thousands of black soldiers returned home from fighting in World War I. They hoped their service would earn respect, equality, and safety, but instead, they faced vicious racism and brutality across America. That summer, white mobs attacked black communities nationwide, from Chicago and Washington, D.C. to Arkansas and Texas, burning neighborhoods, lynching innocent people, and destroying homes and businesses. Over 25 cities saw horrific violence that claimed hundreds of lives. But black communities didn't simply endure. They fought back courageously, marking one of the first widespread moments of organized black resistance against racial terror. Yet, despite the bravery and resilience shown during that bloody summer, American history tried to bury these stories. Red Summer shaped the fight for civil rights, but history tried to erase its impact. If you didn't know this, share this video.
Damn.
Right, where we going, AJ?
Kevin, if I could,
please.
Like Chinese people, like Asians, they still doing the same thing that they did 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Just sipping tea and sitting Indian style and all that other shit. Africans still doing the same thing.
That's it.
Putting their head up cows and all type of stuff like that.
Right.
Why do we think white people changed?
Right.
They still got the same mindset that they had back then.
Damn right.
Till this day.
That's it. And I mind you, they call it red summer. Like the red is to just it's synonymous with how much blood was shed. You know what I'm saying, brother? Listen to me. This is after we helped them become a superpower in the earth. This was our reward, right? So you should not be shocked at the racism that you see and that we experience here today. And you talking about a Memorial Day? You talking about you gonna get together with your family and put some hot dogs and ribs on the grill, and act like that this day got something to do with you.
Right.
You're right. If they gonna remember, their ancestors and them, the things that they achieved, we supposed to remember these things as well. And it's two different things though. They should remember the wars that they won and it helped them become the superpower. We should remember that all the wars that we helped them win and how they ain't appreciated all. And we show our disappreciation by not cooking. There shouldn't be no Black Hispanics and Native American Indians out there with a grill. You understand? I'm out.
If I may, white America is so they make sure to go celebrate all the tragedies that they've been through, all the things that they've overcame. But when it comes to Black people, like what do they say? It's in the past, forget it.
Yeah.
You understand? Well, if it's in the past, forget it, then forget about your Memorial Day, white man.
Right.
If it's just in the past, forget about 9/11, white man. Or the 4th of July. And it's in the past, why can't we just move forward as a nation?
That's it.
You understand? But that's the hypocrisy of America, is that Black people's pain, suffering, and things they overcame, we got to leave it in the past.
Right.
But we got to relish and remember all the things that white society made it do.
Damn right. Damn right. Oh, come on, my y'all. Get it.
Cap, and similar to those sisters that raised $4.1 billion.
Did we find out how much the white women raised during World War I?
They wouldn't give me the
Y'all dog,
statistics.
They didn't get a statistic.
They said there's no statistics calculable.
Yeah, I bet it ain't.
$5.82.
Yeah, I bet I'd like to see how much contribution they did.
Right.
Go ahead.
But just like our sisters raising that money back then, you know what I mean? Our oppressor has realized, the funds that we can inject in our poverty.
Damn
you
right.
know what I'm saying? So right now, today, Black people are injecting $200-400 million into the American system today. 4th of July, they're gonna inject. I think we did the calculation one year that we on 4th of July alone we spent something like $800 million across the country.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just our dollars by themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they know every holiday we're gonna give them hundreds of millions of dollars out of our broke pockets.
Damn right.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
And then keep us running around, keep us fighting, keep us segregated, keep us with these terrible leaders.
Right.
That couldn't organize a group of flies around a pile of poop.
Real
know
talk.
what I'm
That's
saying?
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And we have the ability, we have the intelligence, and we do have the resources right now amongst ourselves that we could get together and buy our way up out of this.
Right.
We could pick one city. We could literally go and pick a city, pool our resources together, because if we can give them $800 million or $400 million on one stinking ass American holiday, then we can do that. We can do that shit on a random Wednesday and go and buy Detroit. Man. We can go and buy Gary.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? We can go and buy Indianapolis from them, or buy these neighborhoods and go into the neighborhood with all these abandoned high rises and abandoned buildings and abandoned homes and build them the hell up and make our ghettos into a paradise again.
Damn right. Give it up. Come on, Ron. Please.
According to the scripture, man, the Lord said, if my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and turn back to me.
That's it.
The reason why we see so much hatred and the reason why we suffer the way we're suffering is because of our sins. And we need to take our spirits out of this place and turn back to them laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
So
Give it
that's
up.
it, man.
Listen, once again, money is needed, is it not? Scriptures say money is a defense. But if you don't take morality and if you don't have culture and put that
over the money, then of course the money, you know what I'm saying, gonna be misappropriated. And that's what happens with us. We misappropriate. I learned that word from Captain DA. I'm probably together. I don't know about all these high-tech words. I learned that from Captain DA. We misappropriate the funds. You get my point? And therefore, we give money to the church. That don't help.
Right.
You understand? We giving money to the corner store, the gas station. We giving money to all these different people that don't do nothing for you. You cannot have people sucking money out of the community that don't help the community. Right. Now the people you can't have abandoned cribs in the community. That make the people that make a person just say, "Oh man, look where I live at." Right. There's no hope. Ain't no fathers in the home. The heathens. I'm giving these people who I'm giving money to at the gas station corner, so they don't look like me.
Right.
You see, I go to school, who I'm learning about every day. The oppression that we under in this place is so severe, brothers and sisters, that we still peeling back all the things that's been done. And some of the things that's been done to in this place, you probably had never find out. But here's the beautiful thing about the Lord. The Lord do know everything that the white man does.
Right.
And the Lord got the white man's number. Right. We know most black people, you so brainwashed, you don't want white people to suffer at all because you got a heart. You just so forgiving. But the Lord is better than you. Right. The Most High is about justice. The white man in his country, he about justice. When he sit in that courtroom and give our sons and daughters 50 years of life and 100 years of life, he don't care about how sympathetic they are in that courtroom. Your mother come in there with that big purse and your grandmother come in there with that big hat and all that. They didn't got rid of your father. They didn't demonize him, got rid of him. Now they sit in the courtroom waiting to hear that sentence so they can grab them purses and position their wig and walk right up out of there and know that they didn't fail.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so now that take place, but then guess what? That judge get up there and he don't give a damn if your mother in there crying or if you get up there and apologize. He still tell you 100 years of life. Give a damn how sympathetic you are. They giving a lot of these cats 200 years. No, you get my point? So the Lord is the same way. Just like America don't show any sympathy for what they have done to you, the Lord ain't gonna show them no sympathy.
That's right.
The white man is going to jail.
That's right.
When Christ return.
Damn right.
I don't give a damn what you Christians think. I don't give a damn what your preacher in there telling you. Just give me the scriptures where the Lord saying he taking the white man to jail. Get in the Revelations. Give me that. And we got so many scriptures that we can pull to tell you that they getting zip tied. Big shout out to Captain DA zip tied.
Come.
Subdue him. Yeah, you understand what you don't understand. The psychosis behind this is that white people have to go into slavery so the Lord can make them understand what they did to you. Right. Because right now they don't even understand what they did to you. So much so, all this history we pulling back, you know what they tell you? Man, forget about that. Yeah. You understand? They remember what that's why they have a memorial. Show you how hypocritical they are, y'all. Right, Lamar? They have a memorial day about they fallen soldiers, but when it come to our fallen soldiers and when it come out of pain, they look you dead in the face and say, that was a long time ago. Leave it in the past. Let bygones be bygones. Right? You got that scripture for me? Go ahead. You want to say something about this?
God, sir, I just wanted to piggyback off yourself and also Rum, sir. Like, you know what I'm saying? What y'all was saying is heavy because the scriptures say, like when them heathens wanted to go to war with the Israelites, you know what I'm saying? His counselor told him, before you do that, you know what I'm saying, go over there and see if they following the Lord, they God first. You know what I'm saying? If they following they God, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? And if they sinning, then okay, go on here, go to war with, because they God no go be with them, because they know our power with us is not carnal, it's with serving our God.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with Esau today.
Go ahead, pull that.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 9.
Now, this is not the book of Revelations, man. This right here, one thing I love about the Bible is not emotional like you. You know what I'm saying? We emotional. Black ain't nobody more emotional than black people. You know, everybody believe in what going around, come around, don't they? Everybody believe in karma, don't? Oh yeah. But when we say, well, we went to slavery, then shouldn't white people go? Now you become discombobulated when we say that because you have lost sense of justice.
That's right.
Read what you got.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9.
This is the Lord speak. Read.
If any man have an ear.
Everybody got ears, but it's a metaphor. It's a black man's book. That it means if any man got any understanding, the Lord wants you to understand this. Read.
Let him hear.
Let him what?
Let him hear.
Let you understand this. Read.
Verse 10.
Come on.
He that leadeth into captivity.
He that what?
Leadeth into captivity.
If you take 100 millions of Negroes, 100 millions of Hispanic, 100 millions of Native Indians, and make them your slaves, read.
Shall go into captivity.
Shall what?
Shall go into captivity.
This is the judgment here. This is the Lord's judgment. The white man got laws here in America, right? He ain't emotional about his laws. If you break certain laws in here, 100 years of life, 50 years of life. Well, guess what? God is above the white man, and nobody right now can take the white man to court because he is the number one superpower on earth.
Right.
So he think.
Right.
But he about to find out that it's a superpower over him that's gonna bring him to court. Read what you got, brother.
Come
on.
And he that killeth with the sword.
He that what?
He that killeth with the sword.
Man, they didn't shed our blood, man. Before we got to America, they shed our blood. 100 million of us died before we even got on the slave ship. All right, you can. The Africans gonna get that charge for you so-called Negroes that claim to be African. Let's see on the day of judgment if you be talking that Mutumbo garbage, talking about you from that nigga. You don't know where you from.
Right.
I'm from the DNA test said I was from Nairobi. And please, they took a damn cat's DNA and told the people didn't even know. They went to the testing clinic and gave them a cat's DNA. They said, whoever's DNA this is, they from Asia.
Damn.
Or they from Europe. Come to find out, you said, well, this is a hoax because they just this hoax. The joke's on you,
right?
Because they know we don't know who we are. They come out with damn ancestry.com and make a killing off you, niggas.
Yeah,
a killing. That's why the Lord say we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Read.
He that killeth with the sword.
If you do what?
Kill it with the sword.
Yeah, they did it. They murdered. They unalived a ton of Native Indians. They unalived a ton of Hispanics. You understand? A ton of black people. Read.
Must be killed with the sword.
You must what?
Be killed with the sword.
I'm just reading the Lord's judgment out the Bible, man. Don't get mad at me. This is a judgment from the nigga God, as we like to call.
That's right.
You understand? And God is nigga again. I'm gonna be doing a class on that real soon. I'll try to get a rubber one to whip up the fly. It got to say nigga God on the fly. It got to you know what I'm saying, be designed as that. And we're gonna prove without a shadow of a doubt that God is a nigga according to the Bible.
Right, sir.
And if God is a nigga according to the Bible, and if Jesus Christ is a nigga according to the Bible, and really that word just means black for the people who might be offended. If those two things are true, white people, what does that mean for you? What does that mean for you? Because the Lord said he been mad with the children of Israel for a time until we start obeying.
Right.
The UBK, we obeying. So when Christ returned, who you think he bringing them shackles for? Like you brought them shackles for us? Christ bringing shackles with him. Christ bringing 200 nigga angels, and we could prove that even the angels is niggas. Right. Who would ever think that? Look like us,
right?
A white person who listen to this right now, I'm sure you're gonna have nightmares tonight, and I want you to.
Most High Christ.
You get my point. I won't say something else, but I don't want to get this show shut down.
Right.
I'm gonna turn it back over to the Marquialo.
Go on. So we gonna go.
We done with the joint.
Summer joint.
Yeah. You guys, you want to finish it?
Oh no, that's it, sir.
Oh, go ahead. No, finish that. Finish that scripture.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here's the what?
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Meaning because we didn't went so long without getting justice, you knowing that white people are going in captivity and you knowing that Christ is gonna kill so many of them when he return, this is the faith. This is what helped you make it from day to day. Because without this record right here, without this judgment that the Lord put in there, black man, you'll lose your mind.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? What we at with it? Please, Maya.
I had another scripture. I just
we got
move
yeah,
on. Sir.
Let's go.
Come on, since we're here in Chicago, we wanted to pull something native to where we at. So we got the west side of Chicago, the ones thriving between 1958 and 1968. So right after World War II.
Come on.
Fleeing violence and looking for work. 250,000 of them settled on Chicago's west side. Jobs were plentiful, thanks to local manufacturers like Zenith, Western Electric, and Brock's Candy.
And they hired a lot of black fathers. And so you can go in one factory, get a job, quit and walk down the street and get another job, you know.
They became the backbone of the city's industrial might and spent their paychecks at white-owned stores in shopping districts along Madison Street and Roosevelt Road.
This is where all the blacks in that area would go shopping at. Yeah, Robert Halls, that's where most men go get their Easter suits at.
They made a life for their families.
It was a good childhood, having real friends, having neighbors who would invite you in, feed you, with their children. Just growing up in a good environment of love.
But Chicago was deeply segregated, and surrounding white communities were not welcoming.
You see things in the boundaries of Chicago, where you want to go live at. But no, that's a white neighborhood. That's a black neighborhood.
You didn't hardly go past Cicero Avenue. That was kind of the end of the black community.
I can remember catching the bus up to Riverview, wound up spending all your money. You couldn't even get back home. You had to walk back through those neighborhoods, and getting chased by white kids because you're black.
I learned what racism was, what white supremacy was, just from being on the track team. Our uniforms were ragged hand-me-downs. And then when you go to a place like Palatine, and you see these pristine uniforms, it was a thing of wanting to have that.
And as the black population grew, the white residents of the West Side moved out.
When I was, I think, in 8th grade, the white kids left.
As a result of that, you had massive school segregation.
Black schools had no pieces of chalk, for example.
I remember clear as day, they took away our playground.
Remarks by teachers, you people this, or, you people might act like monkeys.
You had massive job segregation and discrimination in hiring.
And the industrial jobs that had lured black workers to Chicago were also leaving town.
By the late 1960s, 60% of those jobs are gone.
They went to the suburbs or moved down south, and people lost their jobs.
We understand the meaning of the word lack.
That was the it's like good kid.
I ain't see it on this one. What we had on.
But so that video was just if I could, that video was just explaining how like I said, after the war and all that, how black people moved in onto the west side of Chicago. You know what I mean? And we were very prosperous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We came in and we were working at all the factories. You know what I'm saying? We're taking the factory jobs. The brother said, like, you could be at one factory today working, and he'd be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead on, kiss my butt, walk down the street to the next factory and be working the next day.
That's it.
But in about them brothers working there and taking all these jobs, they were shopping at the white stores, they was at the restaurant, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
White flight started to happen.
Right.
The white people started moving out the neighborhood, and they also took all the factory jobs with them.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And then this started in the late 50s. So basically in about a 5-year span, 5-6 year, less than 10 year span, white people moved off the west side and took all the jobs and all the factories. So by the 1960, the west side started experiencing poverty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And hopelessness and desolation. And that just shows how evil that white people really are, because it's not like we came into the west side of Chicago or any other neighborhood and we were violent and we were disruptive and dirty. We came in seeking opportunity and improving our lives and our family, but their fear of us getting ahead of them, as soon as we start getting the leg up, they kick the rug from underneath our feet and move on.
Damn right. Get a brother a hand. Come on, Ron.
I can remember back in the late 70s, when I was young, you would come down Cermak on the west side. Once you cross this bridge, certain bridge, you in Cicero. So in Cicero, when you cross this bridge, you already know these people over here hate you, and they'll do something to you. And we was young. Our parents weren't working hard. We didn't, a lot of us didn't have nothing. We would go across there and steal bikes and things like, because them kids over there had them damn fast speed swings and all that stuff. The Bel Air Theater was over there. The drive-ins and stuff.
Right.
But Cicero was racist as hell. Damn right. You'll go over there and you got to. Only thing you got on your mind is I got to get past this damn bridge.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And the police too. They listen. It's just Chicago is just as racist as Mississippi.
If
from
not,
my experience,
if not more. Remember, Mississippi at one point in time was a more richer place than Chicago, and it was more richer than Chicago because who was there? Us. You was there, and so what the North did, they told the black people who was in the South that the North, this how you remember we just read about the Great Migration, right? They told black people in the South that this is the promised land, right? Like, you know what I'm saying, during the time that they use the Israelite term out the Bible on you. Well, when they moved to the promised land, you seen what happened at the promised land. You built up Chicago. Chicago became richer than New York because of you. Chicago became richer than Mississippi because of you.
Right.
All these northern cities turned into treasure cities because of the Great Migration of black people.
Right.
Now, the white man staying on key to who he is. Once you build up his northern cities, what he do? He got up out of there on you. Not only did he not get up out on you, the very factories that was helping a black man take care of his family, you don't think they seen that again? We did not get to where we at on our own.
Right.
These people hate you severely.
Right.
They seen that a black man was taking care of his family, and so they said, let's take the factories and move them to a different, namely to China. How you think China became such a rich country? Once again, the white man's racism is going to work against him. The same country that he sent all them factories to is the same empire that's going to come up against him and just help destroy who he is because of him trying to be racist to us. They'd rather be racist to us than anybody.
Right.
Because again, you cannot put Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people on an even playing field. Otherwise, we will take over. Just everything about you is just too strong for them. So they took the factories, brothers, moved them factories out of these cities, and now the south side and the west side of Chicago become ghettos because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. I don't know no other way to tell you but that. You ever done?
If I could, sir. Also, you know what I'm saying, the only part that's kind of missing with this video is them talking about the construction of these highways. You know what I'm saying? When they implemented those highways, that was in the early 60s. You know what I'm saying? So these highways, like the Dan Ryan and the 290 highways, that it started to carve into the midst of where the cities and the blacks was thriving.
Yeah.
So majority of these factories where they said they was getting moved, it was because of the construction of these highways.
That's it.
And it was going directly through the black, you know what I'm saying, neighborhoods and the Hispanic neighborhoods and creating a line. So because during the time, this was when the first Mayor Daley was in charge, you know what I'm saying? So he initially they wanted to put it in a white neighborhood, I believe a Ridgeview neighborhood, and he manufactured them like, no, don't go through that neighborhood, go through these neighborhoods.
That's
in
it.
the black area.
That's it. And let me tell you something, that same design they pretty much did in every city when it come to us. Like a lot of them highways lead right to the neighborhood that we at. And I got bad news for you black people. A lot of that, you know what I'm saying, was to destroy your community, but it was also the white man preparing for when he comes through with these military tanks and all this military stuff that he gonna do. Now he has a excellent way to just come to where you at and round you up.
Right.
And you don't think he gonna round you up. You think that America is post-racial. And one day you right now there's some nigga somewhere to cook out with a flag.
A whole flag jumpsuit on right there. He got the flag shirt with the flag short with the flag socks.
Bandana as well.
Look like I'm a fan.
You a great fan for America. Like, imagine being a mascot for a team and the team hates you. Like you the mascot for the team. You cheering and they punching you, and you ever seen a mascot get beat up by the team? That's you, black people.
Damn.
You the biggest mascot for America, and because you a mascot, the team that you rooting for hates you.
Damn.
Like, you sitting there wearing the flag, and the white people hate you even more.
Even more, right?
So why don't you just not wear the flag? Why don't you just not participate in Memorial Day? Maybe if we don't participate in what their world is about, and we start participating in what our world is about, maybe things might change.
Right.
Just maybe.
Two things about the video that were extra heavy is like when, like, because of course we're talking about right after World War II,
right?
You understand? He said, you know, the factories had good jobs for black fathers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what the brother said specifically for the black fathers, meaning that they had their own households to take care of.
That's it.
And then they went to these plants and made sure everything was good.
Right.
And before they started even moving all the plants out of the west side of Chicago,
that's it.
And so you had the white adults and white children riding around with bicycles, throwing smoke grenades and stuff at all the kids in the park.
Right.
You understand? The kid's riding the bicycle and it has a sign on it that says white power with a swastika on it.
Mhm.
These are children.
Yeah.
They're 7, 8 years old, saying like this racism doesn't just happen.
Right.
It's embedded in their soul.
That's it.
And it's so heavy that he said like we didn't even want to come out of the houses anymore.
Mm.
You understand? Because like once they destroyed the park, they made sure that no black people could actually come outside.
Right.
That's when they started moving all the factories out because, you know, now if they can't come outside, they can't go to work. Now, since they're not going to work, let's go move this factory away and let's give it to the white people. That they use this just for a specific time to boost the economy on that financially.
That's it.
And then just wipe this out in a hole.
And them white people ran to these suburbs, and these suburbs is what you don't know in Chicago. They are sundown towns in themselves. I grew up north, you know what I'm saying? Evanston is like half black, half white, but then the suburbs beyond Evanston. Listen, I grew up. Let you be in that and with NECA, you know what I'm saying, or with Matt at 1 in the morning driving up one of them blocks. Them police gonna pull you over and say, "Where are you going? What? Who do you know?" Oh, that's how. Ain't this how? Y'all don't know, black man. Y'all don't be telling people the truth about what we be going through.
They really
like
don't.
these white people pull us over, man, and just get to asking us, a grown man, where you going?
Who do you know over here?
You a grown man. Where are you going? Where you coming from?
Mm-hmm. God.
Ain't that how they did the slaves when they was going from one plantation to the next?
Where you going, boy?
In 2000 and something, get pulled over the police, they get right there and ask you, well, where you going?
Right.
Boy.
Where we at, man?
IG's got an article talking about the police violence against World War II veterans or black veterans.
Let's go.
Specifically.
Do we get to join on the VA bill or the GI bill after World War II? See if it's something you can find some on that, my y'all. How the discrimination that black soldiers receive on the GI bill. Go ahead.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Police violence against black World War II veterans. Black Americans signed up in record numbers to serve their country during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
They did so despite a long history of unequal treatment for black servicemen. For instance, after the Civil War, the combination of a difficult, bureaucratic process, unscrupulous claim agents, and prejudiced personnel made it incredibly difficult for black veterans and their survivors to access their pensions.
So they telling you here that they telling you at the beginning of the article that they participated in World War II, even though how we was treated, you know what I'm saying, in every other war. Like you after World War I, you thought it probably clicked in our mind we shouldn't be helping these people seeing that 3,000 of us got hung on trees and got burnt in our uniform. You think we would not participate in any of their wars. But again, when you used to being abused, you hope in your mind one day that the abuser is going to change. And what you do not know on a spiritual level is that this man is incapable of changing. Read.
Come. Even though the laws that created those federal military pensions were race neutral in the aftermath of and likely reaction to the great strides African Americans made during Reconstruction, Black servicemen in the Spanish-American War found their heroism undermined by the white press and future President Theodore Roosevelt, who downplayed, ignored, or twisted their acts of bravery into tales of cowardice for African Americans. World War II did not get off to a promising start as local recruiting branches, especially in the Jim Crow South, regularly turned away Black volunteers. Yet, despite all of this, African Americans still headed the Pittsburgh Courier's call for the Double V campaign.
Like basically, our whole thought process is, even though these people don't accept us, we're gonna force him to change.
Right.
We're gonna force him to love us. Read.
The concept that while white Americans supported the war effort to defeat fascism abroad, Black Americans wanted to defeat fascism abroad and racism at home. African Americans believed or hoped that their active participation in World War II would finally translate into tangible political rights and socioeconomical advancements.
So a lot of them cats who thought that them going to fight these wars would help us advance, them brothers died in vain, right? Now, what is the whole purpose of us even going over all this? It ain't just to ruin your Memorial Day, all right? It ain't just to make that chicken you eating off that grill taste bad, right? The whole point in all of this is to wake Black men up, and to show you, brother, we got a war of that America is doing against us every day. Again, you can't see what he's doing because he's using ink and paper to fight against you. He's using his laws, his religion, his brainwashing Christianity. He's using those things to fight against you. He ain't using guns and actual fists to fight against you. So therefore, if you in your mind, you fighting an invisible man. Because you can't see what he's doing, but we see what he's doing. As the prophets, we see it, and we telling you that this man is fighting against you, and he been doing it for 500 something odd years. Now, saying that you a great warrior, saying that you a great soldier, because you the Lord's chosen people, you need to take all them efforts and fight for your own cause. And that's why the Lord said your warfare is not carnal, meaning it ain't got your war ain't got nothing to do with going overseas to fight for this man. Your war is what? Fixing your family so your sons will stop being homosexuals, fixing your daughters so they'll stop being whores and going in the abortion clinic committing mass genocide. You understand? These are the wars that you need to be fighting on. And Black woman, you too. You ain't don't get left out in this war. As you see, them Black women, they raised $250 million. You understand, for the Americas in the war in World War I. Well, guess what? When you gonna start supporting your Black men in the war that we fighting against this man every day to destroy us? Because we are in a damn war in America. Anytime they talk about war on drugs or war on poverty, it's really war against you.
Right.
But your preacher sitting in there teaching you, God so loved the world. Just as many evil white people it is evil Black people too.
Right.
The color, it ain't got it. Christ ain't got no color. They in there brainwashing you every day. So therefore, you don't even think that this man is out to get you, and he is out to get you, man. Where we at with it?
I want that. I got the article about the GI Bill. Sir.
Please.
Khan. Black vets were excluded from GI Bill benefits. A bill in Congress that Congress aims to fix. In 1944, the GI Bill lifted a generation into the middle class.
They did what?
Lifted a generation into the middle class.
So this is right after World War II. The GI Bill like he's saying, it lifted everybody into the middle class. But guess who it didn't lift into the middle class? Keep reading.
But excluded black vets.
But it did what?
Excluded black veterans.
So now you didn't fought in the Civil War, you fought in independence, you didn't fought in World War I, and then you just helped them beat Hitler. And remember, at this time, get me right on this. At this point in time, and you better watch the documentary on Hitler. This cat was taking over the earth. You understand? had not America got involved in World War II, the German Empire will be the #1 empire right now. Get me right on this point in the world. The reason why they got stopped is because of you, black man, because of you, Hispanic man,
that's right.
You Native Indian man. You stopped Hitler.
Damn.
You get my point? And guess what? And reap none of the benefits for it.
None of.
This is what the brother, what he reading right here is so diabolical. If you don't understand that the white man is the devil after this brother read this article, man, I can't help you, man. You somebody that just ain't, you just somebody that just can't be fixed. You just gonna, you just a person that no matter whatever white people do, man, you don't even care, man. And guess what? That's cool. Because the people who do care, we need to separate from niggas like you.
Right.
Finish reading that joint.
But excluded black vets who served their country at war and came home to segregation. The Americans who fought in World War II are called the greatest generation, not only because they fought against fascism, but also because of what happened when they came home. It was the greatest expansion of the American middle class in history, partially due to the GI Bill. It gave free college and cheap home loans to millions of veterans, except the U.S. was still segregated when the GI Bill became law.
So this GI Bill, it helped put Italians in the position that they're in. You want to know how white people always say, well, how is it that immigrants came here after you and they over you? Well, we read it right here. The stroke of a pen is how it happened. It ain't because the Italians and people from other countries is better than we are. Right. We just, black people invented everything in America. How could they be more intelligent than us? What we telling you is because of the white man's racism that we've been second class in this place. So the Italians, the French, the people, the Polish, all this, they was given this GI Bill to put them in position to own businesses in their neighborhood, to put them in position to own homes. Martin Luther King spoke about it. Remember the tape where he was talking about this? Yeah, and they're saying they did that. You know what I'm saying? But yet he went and told you to go ahead and join these people who did all these crimes to you, and you knew about it.
Right.
Keep reading now.
Come on. That meant many black veterans were left behind.
That these wasn't cats that sat at home, IG, and didn't do nothing. These cats ain't sit at home and sit on the corner drinking a 40 ounce and did nothing. These are men that went over to Germany and put their life on the line. You understand? And killed German people for America to be able to move forth as an empire. And they came back, couldn't get jobs, and they also could not get this GI Bill, couldn't get a loan from nobody. And what else do you want me to tell you? That's your memorial. That's your Memorial Day. And again, you just a person that don't have a backbone to sit here and be celebrating. If you don't know, you didn't know. It was one time I celebrated Memorial Day. All these brothers in here celebrated Memorial Day because of a lack of knowledge. But now we got the knowledge, and now you getting the knowledge. So now, like they say, if you know better, you do better. Now you should know. You should be doing better now. Read on.
After World War II,
come on.
Over 1.2 million black veterans face systemic discrimination in accessing GI Bill benefits, significantly limiting their access to education, housing, and business loans. While the 1944 Act was legally colorblind, it decentralized local administration, allowing segregationist practice to exclude black veterans.
To do what?
To exclude black veterans.
To do what?
To exclude black veterans.
One more time.
To exclude black veterans. This systemic exclusion created a massive, lasting, and compounding racial wealth gap.
Brother, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks.
That's right. That's right.
Aram, and then I'm coming to you, my brothers.
Yeah, this
all this it ain't happened a long time ago in the early 70s. I remember coming up, like I was meeting a lot of a couple of them. I ain't gonna say a lot, but 2 or 3 of them brothers came out of the Vietnam War. The black women, these brothers were sending their checks home to these sisters to get houses and to take care of the kids and stuff. And these women was spending their money and having kids with other men. So it's not like they were just going against the system. Even the sisters was putting these brothers in positions where they was willing, they was committing suicide. You know what I'm saying? They coming home. I'm fighting this war. I'm sending all this money home. I come home, bitch, you broke. You done spent this money on this another nigga in my house. You know, things of that nature, man. This stuff ain't happened like a long time ago. This is recent. You know what I'm saying? And it just show how destroyed we are. You know what I'm saying? And then our sisters is helping these devils keep the brothers down, man. I just wanted to bring that part out. I was witnessing this myself. I'm seeing racism. I'm seeing how these black women treating. I don't trust no woman. I'm just being honest. I do not trust black. I don't trust no damn woman because they full of game, man. And they brainwash from the system, from the government to just, you know, just the things in the earth, man, where how they act towards black men are the least desired people on the face of the earth. And the most important thing is this brotherhood that we have, Cap. I ain't gonna lie, man. This is the best thing that happened to me in my goddamn life.
That's it.
Y'all, the brotherhood, man. This ISUBK under command of General Hunter, man. And how important it is for us to take our spirits out of America, man. And quit trying to love this damn place and these religions and these holidays and all the stuff that's going on. It still baffles me how we so in love with this place, seeing the things that people, men like you bringing out, Cap. I ain't lying, man.
Give it up, man. Listen, man, the rum is from the west side of Chicago, the brother that's been through hell. So I just want to tell my lovely sisters out there, we do trust you when you come into the truth. I don't want that out there, you know what I'm saying? Did the brother just say he don't trust us? We're in here cooking and having these babies and all that. Sisters, when you come into the truth, you know what I'm saying? We trust you. You know what I'm saying? But what the brother's just bringing out is that the white man has used our lovely sisters and turned them into enemies against us. And this goes back to the garden where the serpent turned Eve against Adam. The white man is the serpent.
That's right.
Thousands of years later, he doing the same trick he did in the garden. When are we gonna learn? Damn. When are we gonna learn? You know what I'm saying? Come on, Balthazar.
Come on, sir. I just, just piggybacking off you and Officer Rum here. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason this is because we don't know we supposed to be above these people. We fighting these people, you know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters, we fighting for equality when we supposed to be above, you know what I mean? We fighting to be equal with somebody we supposed to be above.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And these people, and our brothers and sisters, okay, cool. If we go fight for this war and we win, they gonna look at us as equals.
That's it.
Okay, cool. It didn't happen in this war. Okay, now another war here. We finna go fight for these. We go fight for them again. We gonna win again. Now they gotta look at us as equals. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Okay, cool. We came back. They lynching us in our suits, in our U.S. Navy, Army suits or whatever. Okay, you know what? This time it just gotta happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And now we come back God, they're the white man who can make straight what the Lord has made crooked. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, if I could, before we move on, Donald Trump's appreciation for black soldiers is he got rid of all of the top military commanders. Give me that right on that out there. Donald Trump came in office and got rid of all the top military commanders in the United States. Nice. I made the top cat who run the whole military was black. Man, he got rid of all of that. That was his appreciation for your so-called help. And now what you gonna do, black people? You know what you gonna do? Because you love abuse, you're gonna say, well, you know what? We gonna show them. We gonna show them. Yeah, you know what black people gonna say? What's that, guy? We still got a long way to go. Fuck that. Damn, 500 years ain't we got to go 500 more. What we talking about here? Man, damn the whole, we got a long way to go. Let's try another route.
Right. Like if we all this dedication we didn't gave America, had we gave this dedication to the Heavenly Father, our condition wouldn't be what it is right now.
Right.
Like we in the bad condition that we in because we not serving the Lord. Do you not understand that?
Right.
Like this is what we jammed up in this place because we ain't. You think that okay because you get some money from this empire, get a nice, and then they took the jobs away from it too. I can't. Just to go to show you, you know what I'm saying, that where we at with it now? It's a rough one. It's a rough one trying to fix your people, man. But listen, we here for the task.
Right,
come on, Lamar.
Come on. So we got another article that IG has. The topic of it is after the victory of World War II, Black veterans continue to fight for freedom at home.
These men who had sacrificed so much for the country faced racist attacks in 1946 as they laid the groundwork for the civil rights movement to come. In 1946, Linwood Scholl, police chief of Batesburg, South Carolina, brutally blinded U.S. Army veteran Isaac Woodard.
Yeah, this is the brother. He gouged both his eyes out his head. It's nice. You know how intentional you have to be and how much force you got to use to take somebody's eyeballs out their head. And also, do you know how much you have to hate that man?
Right.
That's in a remember now, he in his uniform when he doing this. The uniform again, them seeing you in a uniform, it brings on an extreme hate. They don't just they got hate, but then when they see you with a uniform, it don't make them love you. You understand? It make them hate you more. Come on.
An all-white jury acquitted Shaw of the attack in just 28 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah. Which means they went in the back room, and what you think they said in that back room? These devils, all devils now. What you think they said in that back room before they came back with the verdict? If it took them 28 minutes, who knows? RJ,
well, let's hurry and get back to lunch.
That's
He's free.
Right.
That's that.
He didn't do no wrong.
Right.
Come on.
In December 1946, in Palo Alto, California, flames consumed the newly constructed home of John T. Walker, a black veteran just back from serving in the Navy during World War II. Arsonists left a note that read, "We burned your house to let you know that your presence is not wanted among white people. You should know by now we mean business. Niggers who are veterans are making a mistake thinking they can live in white residential districts." The arsonists struggled to reconcile their racism with the respect they know veterans have earned.
Y'all see me one more time.
Since you are a veteran, we are warning you for the last time to clear out. If you were not a veteran, you would be dead now. Usually the Klan strikes without warning, but since you are a veteran, we have been unusually kind in giving you a chance to save of your black hide.
Usually kind.
Was that it?
It's more.
Man, I think we didn't got enough on that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the second half of it with showing the results, or did y'all have some more y'all want to go?
We had one more, but we could go to the result.
What was the other joint?
It has it's a video about a brother. I believe he was in Vietnam. Correct me if I'm wrong, Raj.
Yeah, play it. Go ahead, play it.
Speaking about it.
Yeah, go ahead, play it. Vietnam joint.
Yeah.
Vietnam was that I was stationed at this site where we had to go down to the water hole and get our water every day. And so this point, my tent was assigned to get the water. We went down to get the water, and lo and behold, we saw these flyers laying on the ground as we was trying to get the water for the site. And the flyer said, "Black soldier, why is it that in Vietnam you march at the head of the line, but in America you march at the end of the line?" That has never left me. Here I am in Vietnam, don't know if I'm gonna live through this process. And this Vietnamese is reminding me of the oppression and exploitation I was suffering at home. And here I am fighting them like they done something to me. You know, and so that's what I carried through. And I said to myself, I will never, ever be any place where I couldn't explain why I was there, what I was doing, and what I expected to obtain.
All right. I will if I could, Cap, just real quick about Vietnam. Just like any other war, it was about drugs.
Right.
Before America invaded Vietnam, the French controlled Vietnam, but then they lost control of the country. And if you do any research, the French used to sell the heroin to the Italian mob, and then in turn, the Italian mob used to sell the heroin to us. But once the French lost control of the country, that's when America came, so they can keep the heroin going to black people.
Right.
So which is just crazy in itself.
Right. Go ahead, my yard. Like you said, to Officer Walam's point, that's why everybody knows about Frank Lucas. Because Frank went over there. He had a cousin over in Vietnam who had a connect with the cat that used to sell it to the French.
Right.
And so he shipped it over here in the coffins of unalived soldiers and became one of the most powerful black men in America. That was even more powerful than the Italian mob. Right. I mean, every war America has fought has been about racism and resources.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing about freedom. It's not about liberty. We going in fighting for freedom. We going in fighting for justice and equality and the American way and trying to be a part of this country.
Yeah.
But what we don't know is that America going over there fighting to either prove a point. They fought for power so they could become the #1 superpower.
That's it.
And then after that, all they have fought for is drugs and resources.
Man, somebody give me that scripture where Lord's in Lamentations will say, what does it say?
Seek for vain help.
4:17.
4 and 17.
Go ahead, Papa.
Sir. Slock, and that like what IG just read remind me of that movie Dead Presidents with Lorenz Tate. You know what I'm saying? That was a true story. If brothers didn't know, Dead President was a true story.
Right.
The brother, you know what I'm saying? The brother went over there and fought and all that, and then came back and was struggling. You know what I'm saying? With his wife and with his daughter and all that. You know what I'm saying? And like the thing is, we go over here and fight for these people and think we finna come back and be better off than what we was. You know what I'm saying? Like, and before he went and fought, his parents and his brother was trying to tell him, like, nigga, go to college. Go, you know what I'm saying? Like, go build you a business for yourself. The hell with the white, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
With the white man. But he was saying, like, man, I'm tired of school. I want to go fight for these people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For the people that hate us. And then he thought he was gonna come back and be better off than what he was. And then he went and did 4 years over there. You know what I'm saying? The same amount of time he would have did in college in a HBCU. You know what I'm saying? And came back and was worse off than what he was. They ended up getting 20, 30 years of life.
Right. Right. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I was going to piggyback what that brother said on the video. He said that the Viet Cong told them, don't fight this war. Right. This war is not your battle. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a war back home.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's no point of us fighting for a country that wouldn't fight. There's no point fighting for a country that won't fight for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't got a problem for brothers joining the military, but the problem is why you join the military with military giving you no rights. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. All right.
One last point, Cap, before we I don't know if I don't think we're gonna get to the video, but it was another video of brothers talking about when Dr. King was assassinated. You know what I'm saying? They said that they over in Vietnam fighting the war. They didn't get the news that Dr. King had been killed. The reason they knew is they came out one day, 2 days before couple of days or a week or two before they found out, they come out and all of a sudden it's Confederate flags all over their military base. The white boys that put Confederate flags over the base because they call them hooches, they huts that they lived in. They said it's Confederate flags in front of their huts. You know what I'm saying? And they knew something was really wrong because there was a Confederate flag on the warehouse, the main warehouse where they get their provisions and everything from.
Right.
They put a giant Confederate flag on top of there. You know what I'm saying? And they went to the head of the base. Once they found out Dr. King had got assassinated, they realized that all the white boys heard it before them.
Right.
And they erected Confederate flags all across the base, celebrating Dr. King's death and mocking them. And then they went to the head of the base and said, hey, listen, if y'all don't take these flags down, we're going to have a problem.
I remember hearing about
Right.
that.
So they went and took all the flags down, but the next thing they know, they sleep in the middle of the night and they hear something and they go outside of their hut and it's a cross burning right in front of their goddamn barracks.
Listen, let's read that, Stan. It's heavy. Bring it. Go ahead and read that, what you got.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
As for us, our eyes yet failed for our vain help.
For our what?
For our vain help.
Man, we've been going to America for help and for acceptance, and it's been all done in vanity.
That's right.
Now, what you have to examine is why is it that black men and Hispanic men went and fought in all these wars repeatedly and reaped none of the benefits? What you're going to have to examine is, like anything you should examine when it's a failure, is the leadership. Who convinced these men to go fight for the United States? And you know where we going? That church.
Damn right.
Like right now, the black man didn't learn to not go to church, but it was during them times, World War I, World War II, he was still going to church. Who convinced him to go to them wars? Them preachers.
Right.
And it just goes to show you that the Lord is trying to show you that them preachers do not know what the hell that they doing out.
Right.
Black leadership is the reason why we didn't went and fought in all these wars and went and reaped none of the benefits. And the Most High been trying to show you, if you go fight a war and reap nothing from it, the Lord talking to you, right? Because their cause, brother, is not our cause. It's a shame when the Vietnamese have to leave a letter for you to understand that. That means you didn't understand that before you went over there.
Right.
You get my point? Again, and because you've been fighting their war and because you've been made them great, guess who didn't suffer from that? You. Because you are focused on the wrong war. When this man is fighting a war against you every day. And we about to show you a couple of videos, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. We're going to show you the results of what happened to your people when you don't focus on your own warfare.
Damn right.
You understand? Agree what you got.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation.
We did what?
We have watched for a nation.
We did what?
Watched for a nation.
Come on.
That could not save us.
That could not what?
That could not save us.
The same empire that put you in slavery, you turn into to take you out of slavery.
Right.
When slavery is what make them great. So why would they ever want to not for you to not be a slave?
Right.
That won't ever happen. Instead of you know what I'm saying, turning to him, the brother mentioned the scripture. I think Aram, he mentioned the scripture earlier. We supposed to be turning to the Lord.
That's right.
You understand? And you know why we ain't turn to the Lord? Because you looking at these preachers like they the middleman for the Most High.
Right.
Like right, Christ was a middleman between us and the Lord. Right? The disciples, they was middleman. These the men that's teaching you about the Most High, because the Most High ain't coming to talk to nobody directly. Right. Even though most people would tell you, I talk to the Lord all the time. You see what I'm saying? You ain't talking to nobody. I told you last week you talking to a damn demon, dummy.
Right.
The only time you think the Lord bless you is when you get a check from a white man or you win the lottery. The Lord was with me. But anyway, I'm going off. You know what I'm saying? But you get my point. You know what I'm saying? Like the middleman is supposed to be a prophet of the Lord. And I just bad news. These preachers and these cats in Islam, they're not a middleman for you. And that's why we don't have any success.
Right.
The brothers in the ISUPK, they the middleman. You understand? If you listen to us, we'll be doing and be moving in the direction that the Lord want us to move.
That's right.
Any more on that?
Live, sir.
All right. Let's get these last two videos. This video here, we want to show you the result. This video right here is to show you a result, black man, of what happens when you don't go to war for your people. Go ahead. Now, if you play the video one more time. If you watch the beginning, you see that homosexual walk past that. Play it one more time from the beginning.
Good.
This is, and you don't see a woman in there. You notice that, right? This is what your young man turned into. You understand? These is because you haven't went to war. This is what your young man now. Now these ain't just homosexuals. These are also cats that have put 2 bullets in your head on the drop of a dime. You understand? I will on.
I guarantee you, it's damn near 10 out of 10. They all on pills.
For sure.
High as hell on pills.
Yeah, like that. Even the dance they doing is a demonic dance. Play it one more time. Everybody pay close attention to it because you might just think that this is. I read the comments, and a lot of people, because we just sick as a people. When you sick, you don't recognize when somebody else is sick. But see, like we ain't sick, we woke. So just if you just look at their movement, the movements is a demon in itself. Play it one more time. Play it from the beginning. All rewind it. First, I want you to peep the
stalking
that
walk
past first to let you know what type of part. Him and that right there. Watch this.
He choosing. He choosing.
Go ahead, play it. You get y'all get my point? Like these young brothers here got 100 demons swirling through their head.
Damn.
You understand? And this what white supremacy. This what they want. Now again, we got to charge white supremacy what they've done for us, but then too we got to take self accountability.
That's a fact.
Point out what the white man done and just letting you know what the enemy is doing. But now we have to be self accountable and go out here and go fix our sons and daughters.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I will long said it, you know what I mean? All right. Y'all want to play the next joint? Now we want y'all to here's another video that shows you when you focus on America's war and when you don't fight your own war, which is our sons and daughters, we're gonna show you the result of how sick we are. Play the next joint.
Our fucking Wi-Fi is off. And that's a motherfucking problem because I need to post shit. Post shit. Post shit. Post shit. Post shit. My kids are eating breakfast. 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 Go G, mama. Go G, mama. Hit that shit, bitch. Just sit along. Go buggy. Go buggy. Go buggy. Go buggy. You can't fuck with them. You can't fuck with us. You can say it. Y'all can't fuck with us. Period.
Oh my God.
You want sausage here? Here. Here, your sausage. That's tasty. It is tasty. Right up. Don't spill the cereal. Sheila, his big mama. A big mama. I ain't had 30 inches in since my fucking baby shower.
We're going on this. G.
Cat. If I could, you can tell the sister is high. And one thing I noticed growing up, it's real popular among our sisters too to pop pills. And Esau is such a damn devil. He know that to this generation, a needle is not attractive. But we children in the mind, so he gives you the same heroin, but in a pill form. And so now that pill is attractive. We taking it, and now we out our mind.
And so the point of this video here is that for you to see the state of emergency that this ain't out. This is your typical black mother in this day and age. The sister is in a thong in front of 2 babies, telling them to say all type of ignorant stuff out their mouth and all of that. You get my point? Like, come on now. Like this is where we at as a people right here. This sister is sick. Now, how did she get this sick right here? This comes from white supremacy waging war on you. See, they send you to war to go fight for them, and then they wage war on you here at home. They didn't wage war on the black family for so long that the family so beat down that this is what's raising your kids right here. Now, what type of kids do you think gonna result from a woman like this here? You understand? Then you want to know why your sons turn out to grow up and exterminate everybody in the damn neighborhood.
Damn.
You understand? She were talking about some damn hair.
Right.
My
sir. And in the video, she told her daughter to dance and then said, hit that shit and stopped herself. She's about to call.
No, she told her to cuss.
Yeah, no, before she told her to cuss, when
okay.
she told her daughter to dance,
Yeah.
she said, hit that shit, bitch. She called her own daughter a bitch.
Yeah.
Then told her to cuss.
Yeah.
This is a sister, and we touched on this last podcast, sir. This is a sister who was raised without a father, that's raising her kids without a father. You know what I'm saying?
Without a good father.
Without a good father.
We got to start. We got to make sure of that, because a lot of you cats is in the you in the home and you punks in your house. I was just telling y'all now. I seen the cat. I was sitting out the fitness center the other day. His two daughters is walking with him, and his wife is cussing him out while he walking with the daughter, telling him to get the girl. One of the girls, you know what I'm saying, the little girls almost got hit by a car trying to run back to the mother. And the wife said, go take them to the car. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. This park right there. I'm sitting there. I'm ready to jump out and go berserk on this brother. Like, man, don't let this talk to you like that, man. But you understand what I'm saying? And in the process of now, when he went to go pick up the little girl to show you he had no control, the little girl started kicking and going crazy. That right there, man, it tell me right into my head, he being terrorized in his home. Because a lot of you women, I'm coming to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you women in your home are terrorists with your mouth and you don't even know it. A cat even be in the house, he ready to correct the kids so they can grow up and be decent human beings. And here you got to say something. No, don't do that. Don't spank him. Don't, you know what I'm saying? I can hear y'all locking. I can hear y'all a lot. Be a professional. I lost my point. Well, who else has something?
It's like, sir, you know what I'm saying?
I'll cut it off. It's like, go ahead.
It's like, sir, that's why, you know, the scriptures describe sisters like that and say this. I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? It's better to live in a house with a dragon and a lion and with dangerous beasts than to live with a wicked woman like that, because they gonna take your spirit out of you. Your children.
That's it.
Respect.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
These women, and it is because the white man has put our women above us. You know what I'm saying? Even in our even their lowest state and our lowest state, they're above us. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
The welfare system and all that destroyed us. And then later on, once we started to trying to kind of heal from that, they took our sisters, and more black women get grants and loans to go to colleges than black men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That puts them educationally ahead of us.
Right.
That puts them financially ahead of us.
Right.
And even on a system where if you don't have a college degree, you can have a GED, you can be a dropout, you can not go to college, you can have a high school diploma. These sisters are getting hired at McDonald's and Wendy's and the grocery store quicker than they hire a brother.
That's it.
Everywhere we go, we see black women employed all across America, and we see black men struggling to get jobs.
Damn
That
right.
shit is by design, sir.
Damn right. Damn right. Give it up. Give it up. Please.
You say you was talking about you being cut off or something?
Yeah, I'm
Come on, sir.
All right. So with that, man, listen, man, it's been one hell of a podcast, man. I want to thank y'all for joining us here today. You're right here on the round table of truth. Like always, I got to give it up to my host that rock it out with me every week. Right. You understand? To my strong left, I want y'all to give Officer Ryan a hand. And Captain Ryan, Captain Ryan. Anything you want to say before we go?
I want to say, man, just big up to, you know what I'm saying, Commander Jay Honda for holding this troop down. Because without him, I would not be here, literally. Because like I'm gonna tell y'all this, before I came to the truth, I actually thought about joining the Navy, Cap.
Right, that's rough. That's right.
I thought about joining the Navy before I came to the truth.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank the Most High in Christ for Commander Jay Honda that I'm here now.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Captain Lamar Yalla.
Come on, make sure to go like, follow, share, subscribe to All Round Table Truth social media pages, Real Nigga University, ISPK Chicago. This coming Saturday will be at the Maywood Unity Fest.
That's right.
You understand? It'll be at 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The address is 921 South 9th Ave. You understand? We'll be there. Make sure to come show your support. You understand? Maybe you can cop a little bit of merch from Captain Yardan. You understand? And then, of course, we have the very first cookout the ISBK will be hosting in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right.
You understand? July 2nd through July 5th. Make sure to go show the brothers and sisters out there some support. We will be in the building. You understand?
Right.
So make sure to come join the ISBK under Command and Honor, under the Lord and Christ. You understand? And all the activities we got coming up shortly.
That's right.
Right. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. All right. I also want to give it up to Captain Yaradan. Anything?
Kind of what kind, if I could, sir. Pay your tithes. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
ISUPK.com.
Damn right.
10% of all you earn. You know what I'm saying? Go to the priests and prophets of the Lord, the men that are doing the real work in our communities in Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian communities.
Damn right. Come on. Also, we want to give it up to Captain Aguilam. Anything?
Yeah, come on, sir. This Thursday with Rosh Karab, be doing a war report at 9 p.m. We're gonna go over the Ukrainian war.
That's it.
Which I mean, people ain't even talking about no more. Like it ain't even happening.
That's it. That's it.
And Russia, they getting it on right now.
That's it. That's it.
So we gonna cover that this Thursday.
Yeah, right. Give it up. Give it up. Also want to give it up to all some priests and officers of my yard. Anything, priest?
Hey, if I could, sir.
Please.
Hey, Salaki, no matter where you are in the world, you know what I'm saying, go to ISUBK.com. If you listen to this podcast, come and get this truth. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, we hold classes all over the world because the ISUBK is an international organization. We're not just some local yokel group.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So wherever you are, go to ISUBK.com. We hold classes Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then every Saturday, like clockwork, we hold the Sabbath service. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Come your local, come to the Sabbath service, watch it online, whatever you got to do. We give you the Bible from Genesis to Revelations. We break down the ancient Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash, which is our original tongue, not that bastardized version that they speak. You know what I'm saying? We give you the original tongue. We give you a proper English breakdown. You know what I'm saying? The English translation. Then we give you a scripture breakdown because you can understand real Black history and know where you're coming from and also where you're going.
Come on, give it up. That's right. And I also want to give it up to my tech team over there, Officer Ramawan again, man.
That's right.
And anything, Ramawan, announcements, anything you want to say?
Yeah. I just want to run over a couple commented on the podcast. Trooper Adam. Let me see who else I got. Trooper Adam. Trooper Alaya. How you say the brother name? Alayala. Slakia. Trooper Lahab. Kwamada. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. It's some more brothers, but their names ain't on there. You know what I'm saying? But big up to all y'all brothers who tune in every week. And of course, for tuning in for our special episode.
Damn right. Also, we want to give it up to Officer Rosh Karab, Officer Rakam Yala. We want to also give it up to Officer Raman here with us today. Also, Mapatazai. I am Captain Malquad, under Commander Jane Hannah Lord alive. We see you next Friday right here on the Round Table of Truth. Shalom.